We have reached late November. Thanksgiving is around the corner. And if you're still playing in Texas high school football, you're among the elite. Tonight, two of the elites in the TAPS ranks square off in what should be a state semifinal. Prestonwood Christian and Liberty Christian on Friday Night Football, sponsored by Texas de Brazil. And with that, we welcome you to Warrior Stadium in Argyle. Mike Leslie alongside the former Lincoln High and Kansas State linebacker Heckma Harrison. Heckma, these two are two of three teams in TAP 6A with a realistic chance to win a state championship. One of them gets knocked out tonight.
And you know what? These guys always meet at this point to either decide who goes to Waco to play for a state title. These are familiar foes, and I think that familiarity will probably send somebody home tonight.
It will indeed. Let's give you a look at the bracket in TAP 6A. Parish Episcopal, the other team of the three with realistic state championship hopes in this group. They are there at the top of the bracket. They play Bishop Lynch this weekend. That game likely to go Parish's way, but Bishop Lynch, a capable team. Legacy Christian, the fifth team out of this district there at the bottom of the bracket, playing St. Thomas, the top team from the southern sector. But these two teams, Liberty Christian and Prestonwood, Liberty, Heckma, the two-time defending state champion. They won TAPS 5A 2 years ago and won TAPS 6A a year ago, ending Parish Episcopal's 5-year run atop that classification. So these are some pretty heady football teams going head-to-head tonight. Cooper Witten is not playing tonight. That is not breaking news necessarily, but if you haven't been following the TAP scene closely, it may come as a disappointment tonight because he is a spectacular talent. He got hurt earlier on this season, just after these two teams played back in October. Tried to play a little bit in the Parish Episcopal game. Ultimately, they decided, there you see Cooper Witten on your screen right there, number one, working his way around the field on the scooter. He is obviously not playing tonight, a sensational talent, and not having him certainly matters because he was big-time impactful the last time these two teams played.
And the thing about him is that Cooper does it not only on defense, but he does it on offense for them as well. And so you talk about that crater that it is with his absence. And so right now, Argyle is going to have to overcome that, and they have been in his absence. Look, they're going to have to rely. It's all hands on deck, and you know what it is when you get to this point. It is literally win or go home.
There is his father on your screen right now, Jason Witten, the Dallas Cowboys legend, the head coach at Liberty Christian, has led this program back to the very top of the TAPS ranks, again, championships in each of the last 2 years. Let's get you our players to watch for tonight. First for the Prestonwood Christian Lions, it is their star quarterback, Luke Glass. Heckma, this kid's a tall drink of water, and he can sling the football around.
Hey, he's been here. We called this game last year, and you saw the touch that he has on those balls. He is the leader of this offense, and one of those guys that if you push him, he can obviously, stretch your defense. And just one of those kids that really is cerebral. I love his mind while he's on the field. He doesn't take a whole bunch of risks with the football, and he always keeps the Lions in a football game. Second-year
starter with 27 touchdown passes on the year. Only thing left for this young man to do in his career is lead him to a state championship. Meanwhile, for Liberty Christian, Cooper Witten isn't the only son of an NFL star that's on this roster. Correll Buckhalter Jr., his father, a 10-year NFL veteran as well, Correll Sr., but Junior's got some go in his own right. Heckman, 19 touchdowns on the season and a bevy of scholarship offers.
You talk about the guy on the glass on the other side being a tall drink of water. This kid is having to carry the water for the Warriors. And, man, he is tough inside the tackles but has the speed to get away from you. The Lions really have to try and corral him. It's going to be tackling him by committee. One guy can't do it.
Got two big, talented offensive lines in this football game tonight. The group that will lead the path for Correll Buckhalter Jr. is very talented, and then Prestonwood, their offensive line, Heckma, is elite.
The mass. It's a big kids on that offensive line, and they were opening those gaping holes on both sides of the ball. I expect for both of these teams to come out to try and establish the run, but imminently it's going to come down to who can make the throws in clutch time.
It is just a little bit of chill in the air right now, maybe, but just like barely. This does not feel like November 21st in any way, shape, or form, but there's a little bit of a breeze, and the weather's starting to cool down just a shade, but really some early October type weather for the second round of the playoffs tonight. You see the coin toss happening on your screen right now down there at the middle of the field. Captains in this football game for Prestonwood Christian: A.J. Morial, Luke Glass, Ridge Casanova, and William Taylor. For the Liberty Christian Warriors, Cooper Witten, one of their captains at the outset of the year. You see him there with his scooter on the far side of the screen. Jet Hare, Quinn Murphy, and Cade Violi, the captains for the Liberty Christian Warriors, as the coin toss is happening now. Toss is won by Prestonwood. It looks like they will defer. I believe we'll get a little further clarification here in a matter of moments. Prestonwood has won the toss. They will receive to start this one off. Heckma Harrison. So Luke Glass said, hey, I want the football, baby.
Hey, no sense in deferring, man. You want to get that offense out there and get on the scoreboard early.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the way that they're thinking.
We saw Prestonwood a year ago in this round. They played Parish Episcopal in this round a year ago. It was a 61-56 final score. Tons of points in that one. I don't know if this one's going to be that pointsy, but there will be some offense tonight, and Prestonwood is going to have the first crack at it. They will try and hit the scoreboard first in the TAPS State quarterfinals. The winner tonight will be favored heavily to play for a state championship 2 weeks from now in Waco. Will it be the Prestonwood Christian Lions making their way on the field right now, or will the homestanding Liberty Christian Warriors advance? Friday Night Football is next.
Liberty Christian Warrior football.
Thanks, Delkus.
Thanks, Delkus.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delkus.
WFAA has a legacy of changing the system.
Most recently, we did a story on ankle monitors and how they don't work, and how criminals are committing crimes with ankle monitors. And yeah, there's legislative change coming.
Our 2-year investigation caught the attention of state representatives. Now, it's a crime to cut off ankle monitors.
I want people to see things that we need to hold people accountable for.
North Texas, it's a hot one today. If you're planning on taking the pups out, make sure to protect their paws. That asphalt is going to be hot.
Thanks, Delkus. Thanks, Delkus.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delkus.
Discover WFAA Plus, a live 24-hour stream of WFAA news and exclusive digital content, all completely free. Now available on Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV. Download WFAA Plus today.
Right now in Terrell and in Dallas, your heat index is 107. Everyone in McKinney is dead. It's hot in McKinney. We'll fix that.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delkus.
Hey, I'm Jason. And I'm the other Jason. We're the co-hosts of Y'all-itics, the unofficial political podcast of Texas. So each week we invite on change makers for cold beer and candid conversations into the issues really affecting Texans. Yeah, and we're bringing in diverse viewpoints so you get to listen and really understand. This is solid information and a deep dive you're not going to get anywhere else. Not to brag, but just to brag a little bit. Okay, a little. We've been trending and making headlines. Plus, we have more than 1 million downloads. And still counting.
Friday Night Football, sponsored by Texas de Brazil.
From Warrior Stadium in Argyle, the TAPS 6A state quarterfinals. Friday Night Football is on the air, and it will be the Prestonwood Christian Lions that have the football first. Heckma Harrison, we get to see Luke Glass and company go to work.
Yeah, and I don't blame those guys for coming out right away and saying that they wanted the ball. Coach Donnie Yanis, when we talked to him, he said, look, this is our opportunity. We know what these guys are all about. We have to be aggressive. I expect for them to pull out all the stops tonight. Running game, passing game. They expect for their 6'5" quarterback to be on fire. And that's why they're getting him on the field right away.
Let's go ahead and give you a look at the district standings out of TAPS Division I, District 1. There you see Parish Episcopal, the #1 seed out of this district, a team that won 5 straight state championships before Liberty Christian ended that run a year ago. And then Liberty Christian and Prestonwood Christian, the #2 and #3 seeds. Bishop Lynch, Legacy Christian, also still in the playoffs. The northern sector in TAPS D1, with all due respect to the southern sector, is the far superior district.
Hey, and Daniel Novikov, he doesn't forget. And he knows
that's right.
Parish Episcopal, they have a mission. And so, like I said, whoever gets to Waco, boy, they will be battle tested.
Jack Green sets the kick for the Warriors.
Prestonwood Christian, the 3 seed. Liberty Christian, the 2 seed. The TAPS state quarterfinals and the 100th game in the WFAA broadcast history underway here in Argyle. The return from a yard deep in the end zone out to the 15. Good coverage downfield by Luke Langford. And it will be disadvantageous starting field position for the Prestonwood offense.
I don't think that's where you wanted to start as far as field position, but it is what it is.
Their own 16 is officially the starting point for a Prestonwood Christian offense led by Luke Glass. His head coach, Donnie Yantis, Heckma said he's a college quarterback already.
Yeah, that size, you can't teach it. And the arm that this kid has.
Listed at 6'5", looks like he's 6'7", and he'll go to the air on the first play. Near side, complete, run out of bounds quickly by Luke Langford is junior Niffen. As you see the starting lineup for the Prestonwood offense on your screen, a unit that has their plays called by the head coach, Donnie Yantis, averaging 43 points per game. Liberty Christian giving up 25 a night. They get after it on the defensive side of the ball. Near side, complete once again, this time to Tyler Shaw, to the 24-yard line is where it appears they will spot it. About 2 yards short. It's 3rd and 2.
I like that. They're coming right out with the short game stuff, trying to force these cornerbacks to come up a little bit closer. You see the cushion that Lucas Bryan is giving on the outside.
3rd down and 2. Big hole near side. Popped immediately, but bouncing off of it is William Taylor III, the senior running back. Only 5'8" of them, but 5'8", 180, and bouncing off of tackles in the second level with a first down.
Boy, look at this. That thump right there by Lucas Bryant.
Taylor with the carry.
Way to meet him in the hole, but boy, they just ricocheted off of each other.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Prestonwood bringing back a ton of talent, especially on the offensive line. Quick throw far side, junior Niffen again, makes a man miss. Had a blocker on the outside. Gio Darasaw probably smartly let go eventually and avoided a holding penalty. And Niffen's able to pick up 3.
Hey, took the words right out of my mouth because on that play, Mike, if he continues, he holds his hands up. Darasaw, lucky that they didn't throw the flag anyway, because that's the universal signal for I'm guilty when you throw your hands up like that.
A pickup of 3 for Niffen, their leading receiver, with almost 900 yards on the year and 8 touchdowns. They brought back their whole offensive line that's very talented. All their skill guys are brand new this year, though, for their quarterback, Luke Glass. Flags at the snap here, and a procedural penalty on the Prestonwood offense.
Illegal procedure.
You know, it's one thing to have a bunch of big guys on your offensive line. And, Mike, we've seen some pretty big offensive lines in Argyle.
That's right.
In Argyle.
Just down the road.
Just down the road, right? But on the outside, you got 6'6". Boy, Abram Bingard.
And he's only a sophomore.
Just a baby.
2nd and 12 after the penalty. The home crowd bringing the volume. Taylor pushing forward. Good drive from the offensive line and from the senior running back, and they earn back the penalty yardage and then some. Dustin Colbert says he's watching from Joplin, Missouri tonight. Michael Hall, a regular viewer, says he's watching while also watching the Prosper Richardson-Berkner game that is tonight in Grapevine. 3rd and 5. Pressure off the edge. Glass able to throw over the top of it, tipped and intercepted. Picked off. Jax Green on the return inside the 20. Ripped down from behind inside the 15. Jax Green with the opportunistic pick.
And everything in this drive is going the way of the Lions, and that ball flutters off the hand of Luke Glass, and it ricochets off of number 17, Darashaw, and man, right place, right time for the Warriors defense, and a pretty hefty return.
All the way back to the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal for Argyle Liberty Christian, a dream start for Jason Witten's team. And here comes Quinn Murphy, the senior starting quarterback, on his way to Baylor. Dual threat kid, and Heckma, Prestonwood Christian says they're planning on spying him tonight, which they didn't do the first time these two teams met.
Wait, we didn't talk about him in the open, but he is a threat as well. Great defense.
Goodness.
Oh.
Ripping through to take down Buckhalter is Kyler Pettijohn, the senior, older brother of Cam. The Pettijohn brothers are sensational.
Absolutely. 0 and 8. Watch for these two guys. They shoot gaps, but they absolutely are downhill linebackers.
A loss of a yard on the play. 2nd and goal from the 11. Play action. Near side wide open to the pylon. They'll mark him out of bounds. The completion to Jackson DeGracia. He's down at the 1.
Touchdown saving tackle, though, by Brandon Bixler. On the outside, he had all kinds of space and opportunity out there. Surprised that he didn't get into the end zone.
Whew.
That was a hit. That was a lick.
Cody Pryor, our cameraman down there on the field, taking a face full of defender. 3rd and goal at the 1. Can they pay off the interception? Buckhalter stacked up. May have lost a half a yard.
That's Pettijohn again. Look at him shooting the gap. You see him coming right here. And again, another stop by this defense. Great job.
Well within Jax Green's field goal range, but they are not kicking a field goal here.
No.
Ball sits just outside the 1-yard line. Murphy can run it too. Nearly drew him offside. Not that a penalty would have helped much. And now Jason Witten's going to call timeout.
Calling timeout and giving his coaches an earful is Jason Witten. I don't know what went wrong right there for Jason Witten, but this is obvious. It's like he is going to go for it here on 4th down. A great job by Prestonwood's defense on this drive. It looked like there a couple of times that they were going to walk into the end zone. This brings up a big-time 4th down to start things off. And if they can hold, man, talk about momentum shift even after the interception.
So what do you call here? If you're Jason Witten, if you're looking at this situation and knowing that this is a game that has potential anyway to get pointsy, you know you want 6 and not 3. What do you like in this spot?
In the spirit of Sunday, I'm going tush-push here with my 6'3", 200-pound quarterback. I will see if I could get behind my offensive line.
They've got that 6'3" senior quarterback Quinn Murphy in shotgun. Buckhalter to his left. 4th and goal. Murphy pressured, fires back corner of the end zone, incomplete. Overshot DeGracia. And the goal line stand by the Prestonwood defense, canceling out the interception by Jax Green.
Mike, I don't know about the call right there, and you're trying to put it on the corner. I mean, that you have to absolutely make a perfect throw. He puts it out there, but, man, it's almost to the track.
Yeah, this will be a good look at it one more time. Really never was a chance for DeGracia to get underneath that. Now, here's the benefit and why you decide to go for it. You leave Prestonwood in the shadow of their own goalpost.
Yes.
So this is a very difficult spot for Luke Glass and the Prestonwood Christian offense.
They got 99 problems right now.
Tell you what, one problem they don't have, though, they're not trailing. So they'll take this scenario just fine because they made the goal line stand. Glass from his own end zone, deep shot up the near sideline, dropped it on the money to Tyler Shaw. Tyler Shaw, 99 yards for the touchdown, Prestonwood. There are no flags.
What a ball by Luke Glass. And he has all types of time. And I say this a lot on calls. He could have just walked it out to him and handed it to Tyler Shaw. Man, you can talk about having your back against the wall and coming out swinging. That's exactly what the Lions just did.
An absolutely exceptional throw from Luke Glass, his 28th touchdown pass of the year, and the longest play ever on Friday Night Football. I believe we've had a 99-yarder before. I remember a DeSoto touchdown against Duncanville a couple years ago from 99 yards out that matches. But what a sequence for Prestonwood Christian. The goal line stand, and then this. Luke Glass. You can't throw it any better than that. Tyler Shaw with the all-hands catch, and it's 7-0 Prestonwood Christian on Friday Night Football.
Thanks for downloading the WFAA Plus app. The main page is a live stream of WFAA programming, and you can find on-demand stories as well. Just click a tab at the top of your screen and scroll down to find WFAA original programming.
WFAA has a legacy of changing the system.
Most recently, we did a story on ankle monitors and how they don't work, and how criminals are committing crimes with ankle monitors. And yeah, there's legislative change coming.
Our 2-year investigation caught the attention of state representatives. Now, it's a crime to cut off ankle monitors.
I want people to see things that we need to hold people accountable for.
$7-0 Prestonwood Christian. 99 yards from Luke Glass to Tyler Shaw. And the Lions have the lead.
Incredible throw by Luke Glass. I mean, we talked about him in the open and just how precise this young man is, and he's just really calm, cool, and collected with the ball. You saw he had no rush in him, even though he's standing in his own end zone. But Tyler Shaw, he just walked under that one.
From his own 7-yard line, Correll Buckhalter Jr. looking for a seam, and out to the 25 he goes. And back comes this Liberty Christian offense that has to be a little bit shell-shocked right now, Hackman Harrison, just Liberty Christian in general, offense and defense, after what looked to be a dream start. The interception by Jax Green, you've got 1st and goal. You're that close to punching it in and taking the first lead of the game, and in a blink, it's the other direction.
And that's why you hustle after an interception if you're a wide receiver. That tackle saved the touchdown, right? And then not only that, they had to stop him on the 1-yard line 4 times.
So 1st and 10 for Quinn Murphy. The Baylor commit looking to find an answer. Protected well. Looking for the honey hole, and he cannot find his open man. Just a little too tall. Intended for Cash McCourt, the sophomore. As you see the offense for the Liberty Christian Warriors. Murphy, the quarterback, leading a unit that averages 43 a game. But they do not have Cooper Witten, the junior superstar, the #1 linebacker in the junior class in America. and also a terrific weapon offensively. He has been out since October the 17th. Murphy's going to run it. And he's got a seam. Murphy into the second level. Quinn Murphy can fly inside the 20, dancing his way inside the 5, and he does get inside that pylon to score. What a job by Murphy to stay in bounds and finish it. And Liberty Christian answers back.
I'm going to call this the new Murphy's Law. What can't go right will go right when you put the ball in Quinn Murphy's hands, and now he's dancing, and everybody else looks like they're running backwards. Guys are no longer in the screen. We're behind him. Woo, that kid has some jets on him.
We said it earlier, he's a dual threat quarterback, but that was as good an example of it as we've seen perhaps all season. His 6th rushing touchdown of the year. And with the extra point from Jax Green, it's a 7-7 football game.
All right now.
We are off and running. 7-7, not even midway through the first quarter. This one should be fun tonight, folks, in the TAPS quarterfinals. Back after this on Friday Night Football.
Right now in Terrell and in Dallas, your heat index is 107. Everyone in McKinney is dead. It's hot in McKinney. We'll fix that probably.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delkus.
Hey, I'm Jason. And I'm the other Jason. We're the co-hosts of Yolitics, the unofficial political podcast of Texas. So each week we invite on change makers for cold beer and candid conversations into the issues really affecting Texans. Yeah, and we're bringing in diverse viewpoints so you get to listen and really understand. This is solid information and a deep dive you're not going to get anywhere else. Not to brag, but just to brag a little bit. Okay, a little. We've been trending and making headlines. Plus, we have more than 1 million downloads. And still counting.
Back on Friday Night Football, 7-7. We did a game between Prestonwood Christian and Parish Episcopal in these TAPS quarterfinals almost exactly a year ago, Heckma Harrison. That night, we saw 117 combined points, 61-56 the final score of that one. How many will we see tonight?
Wow. Out of that game, I was out of breath.
Yes.
There was no defense played in that game, if I can recall. But
Jax Green pounds that one through the end zone for a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Friday Night Football sponsored by Texas Day Brazil. Celebrate with us. Special occasions deserve unforgettable experiences. From intimate date nights to large gatherings, Texas Day Brazil is the perfect place to celebrate life's milestones in style.
I think you're going to have more defense played tonight, though.
I think so, too. Yeah, I don't think we're getting into the 50s and 60s tonight, but both these offenses can go, so the defenses are going to have themselves a challenge for sure. 24 seconds between touchdowns. And back to work goes Luke Glass and this Prestonwood offense. Taylor pushes forward. Give him 3.
I thought I got away from those noisemakers last week, and looks like they're back.
Yeah, the Anna crowd had the vuvuzelas, and yeah, here they are right below us. There's a handful of them as Taylor gets the handoff again. Good blocking on the outside, and Taylor is down the sideline. Taylor tried to outrun everybody, pushed out of bounds inside the 30.
Yeah, I take back everything I said about defense being played tonight. This is going to be, we're in for a wild ride. And William Taylor III, you see him getting around the corner right there, boy, and if he has just a little bit more room, great angle taken, though, by Lucas Bryant, cutting him off and saving the touchdown.
To the 26, 1st and 10, whistles and flags at the snap, a procedural penalty on PCA.
Flag on the play. Illegal procedure marked off against the Lions.
I believe they got number 58, the junior, Kanan Smith.
Sets up first down and 15. This Prestonwood Christian offensive line, Abram Bengard, Caleb Kozlowski, Brock Schleff, Kanan Smith, Colt Hillhouse, the 5 left to right across the front. Absolutely spectacular, and they will create gashes for this young man, William Taylor III, who pushes his way forward to the 27, picks up 4 on the play. Bengard's got a few offers rolling in already, one from SMU. Brock Schleff, the senior, an Air Force commit. Kanan Smith, interest from Vandy, Kansas State, Dartmouth, Oklahoma State, and some others. Colt Hillhouse with some interest from Tarleton State, ACU, a handful of others. These guys are all headed to play college football, and 4 of the 5 going to play Division I ball. Second and 11. Glass on play action. I think he thought he had more pressure on him than he actually did. Tried to find A.J. Morial, the two-way starter, and couldn't hit him.
Yeah, may have had an opportunity to pick up maybe, 5 yards there. But like you said, man, that pressure initially has been all over William Taylor III. Surprised that ball wasn't handed off.
Third and 11 suddenly now. Defensive backs getting tight on Tyler Shaw. Glass goes far side, complete. Gio Derisaw, close to first down yardage. Looks like he will have it. On third and 11, they pick up 11, and they'll move the chains.
And Gio Derisaw just caught a medicine ball. You come in there in no man's land, you know you're going to take a lick, but you're trying to get to the marker so you can pick up the first down.
Cade Violi, who was a starter a year ago for this Liberty Christian defense as they went and won a state championship, laying the boom there at the end of the play. Now a stoppage, and is this a timeout called by Jason Witten? I'm not sure. We haven't seen
Timeout on the field.
if this is an official timeout or if this is a called timeout.
If Argyle did call it, this is a good time for that defense. They'll settle things down because I just feel like Prestonwood has had it their way as far as moving the ball. Those defensive backs for Liberty Christian, they're off maybe 10 yards. We've seen on one side, we saw just a second ago, Lucas Bryant coming up on number 7, Tyler Shaw, but they're not doing the same thing on the other side, and they're picking them apart.
Neither team was docked a timeout. That may have been an official's timeout. It was also a very brief timeout. Now Morial's in there to take the direct snap, the linebacker and starting tight end, and he's got running room to the right side, and he'll score. A.J. Morial with a path cleared all the way to the end zone, and Prestonwood with an answer.
Oh my goodness, look at the blocking setup by A.J. Morial on the right side. They just clear a pathway. What a gutsy call by Coach Yantis. And number 9, all he has his mind on is the pylon. Prestonwood, man, they have been moving the ball at will tonight.
Easy score right there. And we have seen 3 touchdowns in 2 minutes and 24 seconds worth of game time. This one might still be going tonight at midnight. Extra point is up and through. Trent Clarkson punching it through, and it is 14-7. Good crowd on hand from PCA, and they like what they're seeing so far here on Friday Night Football.
The main page is a live stream of WFAA programming, and you can find on-demand stories as well. Just click a tab at the top of your screen and scroll down to find WFAA original programming.
Thanks, Delkus.
Thanks, Delkus.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delkus.
$14-7, Prestonwood Christian with the lead. Heckma Harrison, why have they been able to jump out to such a good start?
Man, I think they've been aggressive with their play calling. He's mixing it up pretty well, and I think they've tried to key in on William Taylor III on that last possession. They did a really good job of, giving them a heavy dose of Taylor, but also mixing in the pass as well. These wide receivers are running into open areas, but that last call, again, that was one of the ones I think that really just broke that defense, and that was an easy score for the Lions.
The kickoff from Clarkson to the 3, and here comes Buckhalter Jr. once again. Stacked up, flag way away from the football itself.
And that flag got some weight in it.
Looks like this may be against the return team, and will eat into Buckhalter's return a bit.
Liberty Christian student Weston White, you've lost something, and we have it here in the press box. Weston White, come see us at the south end of the press box.
Illegal block in the back is what the official said, even though he gave the pass interference.
He did. Hey, thank you. I'm like, I need to go back to school.
Right. I'm like, yes, that's not the one.
Okay. All right.
All the same.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one, because I'm looking saying, okay.
I genuinely think that because of football officials, I have learned to read lips.
Yeah.
I think that is what has done it to my brain over the course of 30 some odd years of watching football. I think that's why I can do that. And he definitely said block in the back. Sets up 1st and 10 at the 11 for Quinn Murphy and company. And a handoff to Buckhalter, who picks his way forward for a couple, but very quickly met in the hole by Josh Bengard. Bengard out on the field more than he will be ordinarily in this first quarter, because Cam Pettijohn, the junior, who is a superstar for Prestonwood, will sit this first quarter due to a team rule violation. But head coach Donnie Yantis said he'll be back out there second quarter, and Yantis said that Alabama, Texas A&M, couple of different schools paying close attention to the 6'1", 220-pound junior. So he'll be looking to show out when he gets on the field here in a little over 4 minutes worth of game time. Meanwhile, Bengard with another tackle here of Buckhalter. This time he's able to pick up about 3, but it's going to be 3rd and 6 in a hurry.
We have confirmation that he was not at the casino with CeeDee Lamb.
Yes, no, he was not at Red Rocks.
He will make his way back into this game, folks.
Listen, I will say this in defense of CeeDee Lamb. He's not the only one, as I raise my hand, that may have gone out on Sunday night before Monday Night Football when we were in Vegas. Timeout called by Prestonwood Christian here before 3rd and 6. Listen, it's Vegas. You go out and have yourself a little bit of a fun time, and then you go to work the next morning. Clearly, CD was just fine to go to work.
Oh, he
got the job done.
He was great. Matter of fact, he should go out the night before. No, I'm not going to even say that. Let me stop right now. But hey, just throw away that whole motto, what stays in Vegas, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That is a lie.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It will come home with you.
That is only true in commercials.
Yeah. What a game this is, man. That's what this first quarter so far, 21 points scored. And I think right now for Liberty Christian, they've got to find a way to get their running game on track. They got it with Quinn Murphy and that one big gain that they had for the touchdown. But they're not getting right now. Correll Buckhalter Jr. isn't having a ton of success right now. I said it in the open.
They're not giving him a lot of space.
They're not. And this is a tackle by committee. This is a young man that if you give him just a little bit of room, he'll run away from you.
3rd and 6. What do they draw up here? They need to get to the 21. Murphy to the air. Far side. Jax Green with the toe tap and a first down.
That's a pretty catch on the outside. Look at this by number 13, Jax Green. And that ball is delivered on the money, and he has the wherewithal to drag that back foot.
1st and 10 out at the 23-yard line for the two-time defending TAPS state champions. They won TAPS 5A 2 years ago, 2023, and then TAPS 6A a year ago, defeating Parish Episcopal 45-27 in the title game. Buckhalter Jr. surges forward. Good first down run of 5.
Yeah, Caleb Pettijohn just trying to trail and not allow him to cut back. That's good discipline. I know a lot of times you're looking at it on TV, you're like, come on, man. You know, hone it, get right down on top of this guy immediately and don't give him any more room. But if he plants and comes back the other way, you're burnt.
Murphy flushed. Looking, fires late over the middle, nearly made the connection. In and out of the hands of Lincoln McCamey, and it's third down.
Tell you what, here's the deal. Quinn Murphy is a quarterback that I can tell supremely believes in his arm.
Yes.
But that is a football no-no. Across your body to the middle of the field will get you picked every time. Mike, as a former quarterback, am I right?
I can relate. No,
okay.
That's, yes. As a quarterback who made that mistake more times than he should have, yes, I can relate all too well. Third down and a short 5, about 4.5. They've got to get to the 33 to move the chains. Play action. Murphy. Time. Looks downfield, has a man. Complete. And a first down out across the 40-yard line to Cash McCourt.
That great play design. It looked initially like this was going to be a screen. They sold it well. Quinn Murphy knows exactly where his wide receiver is going to be.
Out to the 41 as Liberty Christian looks to respond. A drive that started at their own 11-yard line. Buckhalter.
Now you're starting to see him warm up a little bit. 5-yard gain, and from the last time, again, another 5-yard gain, and that's exactly what you want to see if you're the Warriors.
You'll see McCourt in there running back a little bit for Buckhalter, as well as Riker Shanks, the freshman. It's McCourt to the right of Murphy right now. 2nd and 6. Deep ball. Green just a bit too tall for him to hang on to.
Oh, he missed him. He missed him. That was Dax Green. Jax Green that is going to Abilene Christian. You can see right now that young man is a superior route runner. 5'9", 165.
Transfer from Argyle High School. We saw him as an Eagle the last couple of years. Came over this season to play for Jason Witten and this Liberty Christian Warriors program. Actually going to ACU to be a kicker. Got range out to about 52. Big leg on the 5'9" senior, but also a very good wide receiver as well. 3rd and 6 over the middle. A dart to McCourt for a first down. What a catch.
That's just strong hands right there from McCourt, because he has Landon Hollis, the safety, over the top of him. You see him just backpedaling just a bit. He closes on it, man, but McCourt said strong hands bringing that one in.
Into Prestonwood territory. Murphy all day to scan up the seam. He's got McCourt again on the run. Makes a man miss, and he'll score. Touchdown, Liberty Christian, 45 yards.
McCourt just runs this on the hash. And look at this move at the end. The kid, man, he plants that left foot and he says, I'm going to the bank. Cash McCourt, making it count.
6 minutes worth of game time. 4 touchdowns.
I love it.
Murphy to McCourt, and it's 14-14. Let's just go ahead and push Friday Night Football 5th quarter back to a midnight start.
Better get ready. Man, what a route, though, by Cash McCourt. Again, inside the hash and the numbers. And Quinn Murphy, he didn't miss that time.
Murphy now with a touchdown run and a touchdown pass. And Liberty Christian has tied this thing up at 14 points apiece. Mark Alonzo in the YouTube comments Said he likes how Prestonwood's offense seems balanced, long and short passes, running game as well. I do enjoy the bit that I think some people engage in on Friday Night Football in the YouTube comments, because we're always asking, hey, where are you watching from? Let us know where you're tuning in from. And most of the answers are somewhere in the surrounding area or somewhere across the country. It's a grandparent or an aunt or an uncle. And then I think that some of the comments are just meant as a bit.
Yeah.
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, perhaps Charles Roll really is watching from Viña del Mar, Chile.
My man.
And if you are, God bless you, my man. Appreciate you being with us. But I think some folks are, all right, what's the most random place I can come up with to throw here in the YouTube?
So I got to tell you this.
Bohol, Philippines, says Winter 7946.
I got a DM from England. He's like, I'm going to stay up and watch the game because he's flying in for the Eagles game. It's like, I'm not going to sleep. I'm just going to stay up.
Cowboys-Eagles on Sunday. Should be a very interesting football game. We'll see if the Cowboys actually have something for the defending champs.
Yep, my man Lauren DM'd me that this morning, so I guess I'll just stay up for it.
14-14. Exchanging scores back and forth so far tonight. Taylor with a gash.
This is a house call.
Across midfield. Pushed out of bounds.
Boy.
At the 35. William Taylor has got some scoots. Give him just a sliver of daylight.
That looked like that one was about to get to the post office. You see him step inside, man. Great blocks up front, set up perfectly. You got to catch this man at an angle, and that's exactly what Lucas Bryant does.
Whew, he got popped on that one,
Yes,
though.
he did.
Will Ellis, the sophomore, made him pay for that carry up the middle and no gain.
Yeah, man, great stop there by the Warriors, but again, how quickly they get past midfield.
2nd and 10 for Glass. Final 80 seconds of this first quarter. If we're being frank, a slow-moving first quarter. It's already 7:39 at night. Flea flicker. Uh-oh, pressure on him. Glass able to dance away. Fires downfield, a wobbler. Tipped and incomplete. Junior Niffen nearly skied to haul it in, but it's knocked away.
Had the right idea, but pressure was right into the face of Luke Glass. He isn't able to get that ball off as quickly as he'd like to, and like you said, that thing was a duck out of his hands. Otherwise, I think Niffen may have been able to come down with it.
Jet Hare was not fooled by the flea flicker in any way, shape, or form and came gunning for Luke Glass. And it sets up 3rd and 10. Pressure off the edge. They pick it up well. Nice catch on a ball behind him by Tyler Shaw, but he's going to be short by about 3 yards. Kind of no man's land here. Looks like probably a pretty easy call for Donnie Antis, and they're going to go for it.
They're not even thinking about it. Not even thinking about it. They sent the guys out there quickly.
Trent Clarkson told me before the game he feels like he's got range to 45, maybe 48. This would be right around that range, but they're going for it here, and it's Morial with the direct snap. He scored on this once. He surges forward, and he's got the first down. Prestonwood converts on 4th and 3.
There is no secret when you see A.J. Morial come into the game, it's a quarterback design run.
I love this. Charles Roll says, I really am in Viña del Mar, Chile. Says he lives here. He's got the Pacific Ocean right outside his window. Love that. Thanks for being here tonight, man. We love that. That's very cool. 1st and 10 on play action. Looping it to the end zone is Glass.
Oh.
Incomplete. No flag, despite many hands in the air on the Prestonwood sideline.
I think if you put that ball, if it's catchable, maybe that's the call from the from the officials that it wasn't a catchable ball. But as you see here from Glass, that's a moon ball.
Ziel Thornton might have been fortunate not to get a penalty flag there. Final play of quarter number 1, 2nd and 10. Glass pops it over the top, flags at the snap. Maybe it's not the final play of the period. 1 second left as they stop everything.
Illegal procedure called against the Lions. Back up 5 yards. Second down and 15.
We'll make it 2nd and 15 with just the 1 second now remaining.
Now William Taylor's lined up out in the slot.
Glass loops it out. Niffen has some space, gets the corner, dances out of bounds where Jax Green bumps him out, and that will be the final play of quarter number 1. Back and forth we go tonight. 14 all, Prestonwood Christian and Liberty Christian. A state quarterfinal that really deserves to be a state semifinal, and they're playing like it's the championship tonight. Second quarter after this on Friday Night Football.
Thanks for downloading the WFAA Plus app. The main page is a live stream of WFAA programming, and you can find on-demand stories as well. Just click a tab at the top of your screen and scroll down to find WFAA original programming.
WFAA has a legacy of changing the system.
Most recently, we did a story on ankle monitors and how they don't work, and how criminals are committing crimes with ankle monitors. And yeah, there's legislative change coming.
Our 2-year investigation caught the attention of state representatives. Now, it's a crime to cut off ankle monitors.
I want people to see things that we need to hold people accountable for.
Back on Friday Night Football on what is the 100th broadcast of high school football ever here on WFAA's digital network. Going back to Facebook Live many years ago in 2018. There's your list of everybody that has been involved somewhere along the way, even if just for one game. It's been a tremendous run. We've had a blast with this for now 8 full seasons. Tonight, likely our season finale. A thank you to everybody on that list, and a thank you to all of you for watching at home as well. 3rd and 5 to start this second quarter. The completion to Niffen, and he's going to set up 1st and goal.
That's when you have a really good quarterback, man. You see he put that ball on Niffen before he even comes out of his break. Great throw by Luke Glass.
Donnie Yantis said it to us earlier this week. He's a college quarterback already, and he looks like it in so many different ways.
Yeah, they are getting East Texas A&M. They're getting themselves a leader.
Morial with the direct snap again. Another procedural penalty, though, here at the snap.
Flag on the play. Illegal procedure.
Prestonwood's offense has been able to deal with this and overcome this, but that has been a problem now several times over in this first quarter and 2 plays.
At some point, if they don't get a hold of it, it's going to come back to bite them. They've got to cut that out. And I don't know if it's the noise here, but it's happened more time than not, and especially on this drive.
1st and goal at the 13 now. Glass back in there to take the snap. Niffen tipped, and very fortunate that did just flutter its way out of bounds and not into the waiting arms of Lucas Bryant.
Another one of those balls from Glass. Again, as soon as Niffen is coming out his break, that ball is on him. So you know his receivers, they go routes on air. These guys are getting their heads turned around quickly because they know that ball is coming, and they probably can hear it with the zip that's on it from Glass. I'm going to slant.
2nd and goal, pressure up the middle. They set up the screen. That ball's tipped and incomplete. If Darasaw had caught that one, he may have had a tunnel.
A great play on the outside. A ton of space out here as well. You know, I know they must have obviously saw something, Mike, as far as the speed of these wide receivers. They're respecting them. And you saw right there, Thornton, he is back off of the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal. They had first and goal at the 8, and Morial set to take the direct snap. The penalty docked them the 5 yards. Can they overcome it here? Glass, end zone shot. To Morial. Yes, he got a foot in bounds. Touchdown, Prestonwood. Oh, my gosh. What a throw by Luke Glass, and A.J. Morial with his 10th receiving score of the year.
That's a ball right there, Mike. And I can't say enough great things about Luke Glass, but his offensive line, man, they are stonewalling up front, and the Warriors are just not getting through. But that was a dot, and he put it right on his linebacker. Well, his wide receiver, excuse me. Call him what he is.
Morial, their starting linebacker and starting tight end.
Yeah, no.
Now the extra point from Clarkson, 21-14. The lead for Prestonwood Christian. Clay Marshall, our director, if we could real quick bring back up that graphic, because there's one name I want to point out that was instrumental in the very, very beginning. Bottom left corner of your screen, Landon Hoff. Works in Denver now. Landon, I don't know if you're watching tonight or not, but he deserves a shout out. The very first year we did this back in 2018, that dude, color commentator and photographer, at the same time. He and I did the games together that first season, kind of a proof of concept to our bosses at WFAA, and it was all built off of that. This is the very first broadcast we ever did. As you can see, the quality has maybe gotten a little better through the years.
That's not 4K.
This was Waxahachie and Mesquite Poteet back in early September of 2018, the very first game we ever did, a Mesquite Poteet blowout. Talk about two programs that have maybe gone in different directions ever since then. Waxahachie is one of the top programs in the state right now in 6A, and a kind of sneaky state title threat. They got blown out on this night, and ultimately Mesquite Poteet came away with the victory. That was early September of 2018. Feels like forever ago. Man, game number 1, and now here we are with game number 100.
You know, Mike, I got to say it, man. When you called me, you were in Oxnard.
Yes.
And you called me. I screenshotted when you called. I did. I screenshotted it. Mike Leslie pulls up on my phone, and I'm like, opportunity is knocking, right?
Heck yeah, baby.
And what a wild ride this has been. 150th
for you.
Yes.
We went back and counted it up. That was one of the funniest and kind of coolest wrinkles of all of this, in addition to this being the 100th overall. And I can't say necessarily the 100th Friday Night Football, because the first 2 seasons we called it Thursday Night Lights. You weren't allowed to do Friday night live broadcasts back then. But yeah, 2 seasons worth of Thursday Night Lights. Then COVID obviously kind of took the governor off of broadcast, because everybody wanted to be able to watch, but not a lot of people wanted to come out to games in that 2020 season, as they're going to redo the kickoff here after a penalty. That Waxahachie football team went 1-9 that year. I'm looking it up. It was September 6th. That was the date. I was pretty sure, but I was hesitant to say it. I wanted to make certain September 6th of 2018 was that first game. But yeah, I love that. Our 100th game as an entity, and our 50th game, you and me. 48th game, you and me. Jonah did a couple of games with you.
Cheated you.
Jonah's got 2 of your 50.
Hey, well, you were having a baby, all right?
That's exactly right.
So you have a great excuse there, but just going back to the phone call, I'll never forget Kyle Yeomans called me.
Good dude.
And he said, hey, man, Mike Leslie may be calling you. They haven't there's an opportunity on WFAA. And I was like, are you kidding me? Those are not my exact words. There were some 4-letter words in there. But when I saw your name come up in my phone, I screenshotted it, and I'm like, I don't know how this conversation is going to go, but 50 games later, it went pretty good.
Heck yeah, baby.
Hey, and I still won't ride with you.
You beat me to it, I was going to say. You know what? Officially, I don't appreciate that.
So let me just tell everybody. So Mike, he wasn't sold on me right away, right? So he takes me out to Stephenville to call a game. I meet him at WFAA, and we're going to ride to Stephenville to just do a scrimmage. You know, he'll test me out, right, in Stephenville. Listen, from that ride, you talk about white knuckle, my foot is all the way down onto the floorboard, because if this man ever tells you that he's gotten a speeding ticket, it's true. Okay?
Hey, now.
Because, boy, and I have sworn since that day.
Secrets out of school now.
Hey, and I've sworn since that day I will never ride with him again. And have I?
You have not.
Well, man of my word. Y'all won't do it. I was like, this man's a maniac. I know crazy. You my man, 100 grand.
I would like to say, for the jury to evaluate, as I have gotten further into fatherhood, my lead foot has abated a little bit.
Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord.
Play action here on 1st and 15. Nice throw to the near sideline, and I think, no, they're going to say incomplete. A little bit of a bobble there as he went out of bounds for Graham Nixon, the sophomore, and it's 2nd down and 15.
But let me just say this, man. What a wild ride this is. Every Friday night, every week, getting prepped up for these games. And, Mike, you're stuck with me, man. I tell you what, you are.
I wouldn't have it any other way,
You are
man.
stuck with me, bro. You are the man. Got a whole lot of love for you.
Likewise, buddy. Likewise. Minute gone by here in the second quarter. 2nd and 15. Flushed forward is Murphy. Makes a man miss, and look at him go. Quinn Murphy pitching it forward. I think that was a forward pass, and they are going to drop the flag. He was way beyond the line of scrimmage. Clever play, but unfortunately for Quinn Murphy, illegal play.
And Jason Witten he's like, what are you doing? What are you thinking? You've seen it. You could do it backwards,
right,
but you can't go forward with the ball.
And the thing is, either it's an illegal play because it's a forward pass, or with all due respect to Quinn Murphy, who is a terrific football player, it's a not smart play. Because you are, if it is a backward pass and therefore potentially a fumble, you are risking a turnover. Correll Buckholz did a great job to catch that football, but that could have been disastrous for Liberty Christian. Illegal forward pass, indeed the signal, and that will dock them some yardage from that gain, and they'll walk it back to, it looks like, the 22-yard line, or now they're going to still walk it back from the original line of scrimmage back to, looks like the 15 is where they're going to spot it. No, the 17. They're still deciding. Now we've got ourselves a spot, and it will be 2nd down and 20 because of the penalty.
And that was a heck of a move by Quinn Murphy. He shook Pettijohn out of his shoes.
Murphy flushed again. Hits Buckhalter the escape hatch, and Buckhalter's got some wheels. Ripped down as he gets across the 30, and maybe a face mask flag flying in from the side judge.
It was high. I wait on the replay here because I didn't see the face mask.
It's worth noting, if you get the ear hole, that does any hole in the helmet where you grab a hold of and rip, that's a penalty. But I don't think that should have been a face mask. That was hand on side of helmet. You know, probably sticky gloves stuck on side of helmet. I don't think that should have been a penalty. But it is enforced as a face mask, and it's a free 1st down. That's important for Liberty Christian because they were going to be dealing with still a 3rd and long situation there. Instead, a gift, and it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Buckhalter. You can see this kid is just one wiggle away from breaking free.
Yeah, Quinn Murphy probably a sigh of relief on that face mask, but you were right, man. Correll Buckhalter Jr., he's just waiting for his opportunity. Hadn't come yet, but I promise you, before these lights go out, he will get to the house.
He'll take it again on 2nd and 4. Lacerates the line of scrimmage and into the 2nd level. Buckhalter cutting back inside the 25.
I was going to play the lottery if he took that one to the house right there. But I'm telling you, you see the cutback. Here's the cutback right here. And if he's able to split these two defenders, he's home.
Heckma Harrison suspended for the first possession of the football game tonight. He was at Red Rocks last. First and 10 at the 21. I think I may have just killed him.
Oh, my gosh.
Murphy, empty set before Buckhalter motions back. They flip it on the reverse. That's a fumble. Bouncing it to himself and then getting leveled, and the ball's out. Recovered by Morial, and he's got a convoy. Can they chase him down from behind? Just barely at the 21. What a play by the Prestonwood defense.
Warrior fumble on the play.
What an odd play, because he bounces the ball back up to himself, finally has a hold of it, and then I believe that's Pettijohn that gets the ball out, and A.J. Morial, man, he's been doing all the work tonight. Here it is again. He bounces it back up to himself. Oh,
yeah, it's Cam Pettijohn that breaks it loose.
Cam,
good call.
Back in the game after the brief suspension. Way to make your presence felt.
Morial with the return, and all of a sudden, PCA's got an opportunity to pounce here 3 minutes into this second quarter and take a 2-score lead.
That was an odd play. We've seen the football bounce all kind of ways, but then he bounced that thing right back up to himself.
Glass, hands off for Taylor. Big hole. Taylor inside the 10, still on his feet. Taylor to the goal line. Can they rip the ball out of his hands? No, he's in. Touchdown, PCA. Lucas Bryant nearly pulled the ball out of his hands, but Taylor is able to score on a 21-yard touchdown run.
Let me tell you something. Bengard and Kozlowski sounds like a law firm, and these guys are pushing them to the goal line. William Taylor III, man, what a run.
What a run indeed. And Prestonwood, one play after the scoop by Morial off the strip by Cam Pettijohn. It's Taylor in the end zone with his 9th rushing touchdown of the season. And with the extra point here from Trent Clarkson, it is 28-14 Prestonwood on the road.
28 Warriors, 14.
Man, Mike, there's some shock and awe right now for those that are checking on this TAPS playoff game, because we knew coming into this game that Argyle was going to be playing without their main weapon in Cooper Witten. I don't know if anyone expected for Prestonwood to come out like this. They are on fire right now offensively, taking advantage of every miscue on the other side by the Warriors.
I will tell you this much, because I talked with a couple of assistant coaches from Prestonwood earlier today as they were just making their way in. And we were talking about the game we did a year ago when they played against Parish Episcopal. Wacky back and forth, 61-56 Parish Episcopal win. A couple of the assistants, one in particular, said to me, watch the confidence we come out with tonight. He's like, I think we get it done tonight.
Wow.
Still early yet.
It
Still
is.
a ton of football left. And it's worth noting, this is a PCA team that had themselves a couple-score lead on Parish Episcopal earlier this year and allowed Parish to come back on them for a 38-35 win. So there's still a ton of football game left here, but a terrific start for Donnie Antis' team.
Yeah, they've come out, and I think it has been Luke Glass. He has been pinpoint accurate tonight, and I think when you have a quarterback that's really victimizing you on the back half, it causes your DBs and linebackers to stall. You're waiting to see play action, all of those things, and then again, you got to give credit where credit is due to William Taylor III, because he is running that rock, boy.
Buckhalter on the return, looking for some blockers. He's got a seam. Buckhalter, can he beat the kicker? Taken down by the kicker. Nice job by Trent Clarkson to make the tackle, but a nice return from Correll Buckhalter Jr. out into Prestonwood territory. 1st and 10 for Liberty Christian.
Clarkson may have saved a touchdown right there. We don't see a lot of kickers making clutch tackles like this on kickoffs, but Carell Buckhalter Jr., have to make sure I include that.
Right.
Hey, you can tell this young man, he is heating up.
His father, a 10-year NFL vet, played for the Eagles and the Denver Broncos.
Oh, we remember.
Just a flip out of bounds by Quinn Murphy. Nothing was there as he tried to find Lincoln McCamey. Beg your pardon, Graham Nixon, 12, not 2, the intended target.
2nd down for the Warriors.
And we started on time, right?
We
started
did.
at 7. Okay.
Maybe 7:05, but
okay.
yeah.
All right.
Motion man is McCourt. Liberty Christian looking for an answer. A dart over the middle. On the run inside the 25. 1st and 10, Liberty Christian, as Murphy hits his target over the middle. It's Lincoln McCamey.
And that's when you see the good parts right there from Quinn Murphy. That ball in between that zone. He's got a nice touch on his ball, boy.
Mark Alonso in the YouTube comments. Mike and Heckma, see if you can convince WFAA to get you a telestrator next season. 1st and 10. Again over the middle. Again to McCamey, who's punished, but has the catch at the 13-yard line.
I need a telestrator.
You want a telestrator?
Sure. Let's get a telestrator.
Go sit on Santa Claus's lap, see if he'll bring us a telestrator for next season. 2nd and 3. Long throw, but McCourt's got the catch, and that'll make it 1st and goal at the 9.
Another long pass.
Good for a Warrior. 1st down.
Prestonwood Christian with a couple of touchdowns in the first 2 minutes and 8 seconds of this second quarter to take control of the football game, but Liberty Christian trying to answer quickly, setting up 1st and goal. Buckhalter, who had the big return, stacked up in the interior by Cam Pettijohn. There will be a flag dropped on the near sideline. Interesting, because the official that was closest to that action, that admittedly went beyond the whistle, but didn't feel egregious.
Wow.
Watch this again. It is going to be a personal foul on PCA. And instead of 2nd down and goal from right about the 10-yard line as he was stacked up in the hole, it's 1st and goal from inside the 5. Murphy all day. Now the pocket evaporates, fires over the middle, complete for the touchdown. Graham Nixon with his 9th touchdown grab of the year.
They go bunch formation on the short side of the field, and look at Quinn Murphy just waiting on the wide receiver to make his way to the back of the end zone. That is a great drive right there by Quinn Murphy. Great execution to get the score.
Nixon hauls it in, and Liberty Christian finds an answer, Heckma, that they needed.
Yes, they did. And this is the thing, boy, you got plenty of time left here in the first half. This defense is going to have to show up and stop the Lions, which they haven't been able to do.
Jax Green's PAT is good. The 4-yard hookup from Murphy to Graham Nixon. And Liberty Christian cuts the lead in half mid-second quarter on Friday Night Football.
Thanks for downloading the WFAA Plus app. The main page is a live stream of WFAA programming, and you can find on-demand stories as well. Just click a tab at the top of your screen and scroll down to find WFAA original programming.
Thanks, Delkus.
Thanks, Delkus.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delkus.
Can the Liberty Christian defense get a stop? We saw them with an early interception from Jax Green. Other than that, though, PCA's offense, Heckma, has been able to run through them with a good bit of ease.
Yeah, they got some help right there on that personal foul. Not to say they wouldn't have scored. It would have just been second down.
Yeah. Into the end zone goes Jax Green's kickoff. Terry Burleson in the YouTube comments says, oh my gosh, this is a great game. Yes, it is. We had a couple of games to choose from over the course of the week trying to figure out what was the right game to come out and do. And the determining factor in a lot of it was this game's probably going to be a really good football game. And so far, man, it has lived up to the billing.
This season has been, but we have had some games.
This has been, from a just like game quality perspective, maybe the best year we've had. Taylor up the middle. Little push there for the PCA offensive line that has been getting a lot of push. Not as much right there.
And great job by that interior defensive line. You see Brock Brazil, number 68, on that tackle. They're going to need him because William Taylor, he's been having it his way.
A gain of 2 on the play. John Lasker in the YouTube comments talking about the Liberty Christian touchdown says that was quick. This is quick too. Whoa. Morial, who says he's just a short yardage guy, down the sideline. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 40. A.J. Morial. Goodness gracious.
Wait a minute.
Second coming of Tim Tebow? Look at this kid go.
Did we just see him on an interception or it looked like, hey, he had lead in his boots, and now this kid just takes off.
Out the gates, man, to the 39, and yeah, give it to him again. Good blocking out in front. Morial with another first down.
Yeah, he had to have been tired on that last fumble recovery.
Man.
Because, man, he is showing some juice.
What did Donnie Yantis say to us earlier this week as Jason Witten calls timeout and says, okay, hold everything. Let my defense catch a breath here. Donnie Yantis said it to us earlier this week. I need to get comfortable getting bored calling the same play over and over again until they can stop it.
He sure did. And you know what? He said in that first matchup, because when I asked him, I was like, what was it about that game and your play call and just looking at the numbers? And he's like, I outsmarted myself. I went forward on 4th down multiple times.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was an onside kick or maybe a special teams play or a punt, fake punt or something. He felt like he got too cute.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't do that again. I got to get bored calling the same play. Absolutely, partner.
And he also said, relative to some of the 4th down decisions, because there was one of them where he felt like, hey, we had the right look and just ran the route to just a little bit the wrong depth and didn't quite convert. He said, so some of it was execution, but he said there were some times in there where it would have just been the right call to just punt the football and go play defense. It's part of his MO. He's a risk taker. He's, I don't know if he's Dan Campbell, but he's a risk-taking coach. Going forward on 4th down is part of his DNA. But he said, I need to be wise about when and how to do that. Out of the timeout, handoff Taylor. Still pushing the pile.
He's so tough. He's at a low center of gravity of 5'8", 180 pounds, but I think it's that wrestling background.
Yes.
And you got a guy that just, when you have that wrestling background, you're always sturdy below the hips, and you can see this kid, the way that he's built. He's built upright like a brick house down there, and a lot of contact is not going to be able to easily bring him down. One guy can't do it.
Player down here for Liberty Christian and looks to be in a good bit of pain.
Looks like saw him holding on to his elbow.
You see Jason Witten out to get a look at him. In addition to the athletic training staff, kind of surrounded by the training staff, so we have not gotten a look at a number and who this may be that is down. Now they sit him up. Number 36, Will Ellis, the sophomore defensive end. Good to see him back up under his own power, but yeah, kind of holding that left arm, kind of immobilizing it and trying to protect it. It looked like as he was walking off.
This defense right now, boy, they're getting all that they can handle tonight.
Michael Hall, our friend in the YouTube comments, says someone's defensive coordinator may have to do a resume update on Indeed after
wow,
tonight.
Mike. Come on, Mike.
Slinging
Jeez,
bars.
Mike. Mike's pulling double duty. He's watching us in the Richardson game. I heard that, Mike. I heard that, Mike. I don't know how I feel about that, Mike.
Prestonwood rushing to the line of scrimmage. Handoff to Taylor, finding his seam, falls his way forward for another first down.
Boy, and they are getting physical.
Yes, they are.
You're seeing a lot of guys coming out of that pile. Guys losing their hats.
Joshua Bengard, who's also one of their linebackers, lining up on that left side of the line. He got tangled up late in the down with William Terry finishing the block. 1st and 10, another handoff to Taylor. Chased from behind, but he's got space on the far sideline. Finally stood up inside the 10.
Hard to bring him down.
Taylor again on the carry. Lucas Bryant wraps him up.
This is a good crowd out here.
Yes, both sides have brought the fans tonight.
I just wish you would have told me to bring my skull cap.
Uh-oh, is your head getting cold?
Yeah. not a lot of covering, Mike.
Heckma's Dome needs some warmth.
Yes, sir.
The pitch to Niffen, and they read it brilliantly. What a play by Luke Langford, the Army commit.
Yeah, he pretty much snuffed that one out all by himself. They were trying to seal the edge over here. Look at number 4. This is 6'2", 200 pounds coming right at you. You got to set those blocks up a little bit better than that when Langford is on the prowl.
Loss of a couple, and it's 3rd down and 7. They can get a first down without scoring. They need the 4-yard line to do so. Glass, near side, tipped at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. N.D. Etta getting his hands on it, and it's 4th down.
That's a great job by number 31, Etta. You see him right there just at the last minute.
And they'll kick it. Clarkson coming on. Range to 45 to 48, he said before the game. This one well within that. A 28-yarder from the right hash. Out of the hold of the quarterback, Luke Glass. Tron O'Neill, the backup quarterback. Also the long snapper on his way to Texas to long snap. He dots it to Glass, and the kick from Clarkson is perfect as the execution was clean. And Prestonwood builds the lead back to 10.
I think right there, if you're Liberty Christian,
it's a small victory.
You take that as a win.
Yeah.
You don't give up a touchdown. You hold them, don't allow a first down down here. Now, you just try and build on that.
Trent Clarkson puts it through. The 28-yarder makes it 31-21 with 4:41 to play here in this second quarter. And importantly, Liberty Christian gets the football to start the second half, so an opportunity now taking the football back, 4:41 to play. Only the one timeout, but 4:41's an eternity, plenty of time. Could you double up around halftime for Jason Witten's team?
Yeah, and Gabe Elisario for Prestonwood, he's telling himself, he's saying, look, we got to make sure that we keep these guys, we hold them to a field goal if we give up anything, because they're getting the ball to start the second half. that split sometimes makes the difference in ball games. And you find yourself playing from behind the entire second half.
So Clarkson off the 28-yard field goal, set to kick it away. It has been Buckhalter that has had the return so far tonight for Liberty Christian. They kick it to him again, but this time well over his head and into the end zone. Probably a wise decision with as dangerous as he has been tonight.
Well, Trent Clarkson doesn't want to tackle him again, and so it's in his best interest to kick that through the end zone. It's like, I got lucky one time, I won't do it again.
So it does kind of work as a stop for Liberty Christian. 1st and 10 at their own 25 off the touchback, and an opportunity to respond here before halftime and tighten this thing up a little bit after they were down 14 just 3 minutes and 8 seconds into the second quarter. What will they do with this possession as Buckhalter gets the handoff, cuts back for 6?
Yeah, the Pettyjohn brothers are going to have to take over. A.J. Moriel, he has been doing it on offense. This young man is going to be tired at the end of this game. But you need your linebackers to be on point and not allow Buckhalter Jr. to get out of the back door. And also keep a spy on number 8.
Flags at the snap. Looks like a procedural penalty on Liberty Christian. False start on Trey Stunkel, the right tackle, number 75. Friday Night Football sponsored by Texas Day Brazil. Brazilian flavors, Texas spirit. Enjoy the best of both worlds, where Brazilian culinary traditions meet the bold flavors of Texas. Come for the food, stay for the adventure. After the penalty, 2nd down and 9. Murphy protected, now has to dance away. Does, fires it downfield and just couldn't quite take enough off of it to let Cash McCord run underneath it.
He's a playmaker with the ball in his hands. Again, he's just one of those guys that just doesn't believe that the play ever dies. Right? And you saw right there, he's trying to, make a play at the last minute, although he threw it to the boundary. But you just see his mentality.
Swinging gate formation here. The offensive line all the way out to the near side. This is the kind of thing that can confuse a defense, perhaps, or Pettyjohn just dogging him. Was that intercepted? Waiting for a ruling. Incomplete, incomplete. Knocked away by Prestonwood Christian. It looked like a Lion may have picked it off as they went crashing into the sideline. Donnie Yantis' team not confused at all.
I'm glad they weren't, because I was. A swinging gate on 3rd down. I'm looking at you. I'm looking back. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, but that's a win right there for Prestonwood's defense.
And I believe this is the first punt we have seen all night. C.J. Gardner will send it high into the Argyle Knight. That one checks up significantly, and it's going to be good field position here for Luke Glass and company. We talked about it when LCS took the football back, that they had a bunch of time to work with. Maybe they can go score. 4:41 on the clock. 1 minute and 5 seconds later, they've given the ball back.
So here's the deal, and this is how you eliminate that. Defensively, you get the stop, but if Prestonwood can clock this in, now you make this game really interesting for the Warriors.
Ball spotted at the 49 in Prestonwood territory. Taylor just running away from people First down and then some. Slung out of bounds inside the 40.
Wow. This thing switched so fast, and William Taylor III, it seems like you go with a 5-man front right there. They switched things up. Initially, this defense, they were lined up, and they are trying to, look, they get the 5-down linemen because they're trying to take the run away, and you still end up giving up a first down on first down.
The PCA sideline, especially the fans, wanted a penalty there when Taylor got ripped out of bounds. Looked like he may have been a yard or two out. No flag. He'll get the carry again.
Another flag.
This one right at the line of scrimmage, dropped by the far side line judge. One on the near side as well, dropped by the head linesman.
For the Warriors lead the charge. There is a flag on the play.
Another procedure penalty.
Both these teams having struggles with that tonight. Negates not only the run, but the play altogether. 1st and 15. An opportunity here for the Warriors defense. Can they make a play with Prestonwood behind the sticks? Taylor, no, it's going to be Glass to keep it himself off the read option. Falls forward for a few.
I don't mind the play, right, from Luke Glass. He saw the opportunity. The defense was obviously keyed in on William Taylor. As you see right there, everybody goes with 26. William Glass has a tremendous arm, but he has 31 carries for 35 yards on the season. Hand the ball off, young man.
Pump fake, looking deep, flag on the play in the vicinity of a hold as that one skips off the hands of Niffen. And it looks like PCA is going to be even further behind the chains now. Indeed.
You don't want all these penalties, right? Don't want to have that. But one thing they are doing is they are burning this clock right now. You got the 2-minute timeout coming up here in 19 seconds. Don't want to give this ball back to the Warriors with plenty of time for them to execute to come up with points.
Over 600 yards of offense in this first half between these two teams, but also a bevy of penalties, and another one's going to mark Prestonwood back another 10 yards. Just beyond the midfield stripe, this possession started a yard and a half behind where the football sits now. The Vuvuzelas rocking again as Morial takes the direct snap on 2nd and 22, and this time the Liberty Christian defense is up to the task, only a gain of a yard and a half.
I mean, how many times do you get to see A.J. Morial line up in the backfield and a flag comes out?
Very late.
Yes,
a little bit of extracurriculars.
Well,
Luke Glass pointing toward Liberty Christian's defense.
Well, they were just on top of A.J. and comes out late. Let's see if
this would be a gift if it's on Liberty Christian.
No, it looks like these guys are backing up.
Yeah.
A lot of times you see offsetting penalties just to get a hold of things. And
yeah.
No, that was a call against the Lions.
I believe he said number 40, which is Joshua Bengard, who we have seen in there playing a little tight end and H-back. Blocking well, but we've seen a little bit of extra from him a couple of times, and we see a little bit right there. And there's the 2-minute timeout. 31-21, Prestonwood with the lead and backtracking significantly because of penalties. 3rd and a mile after this on Friday Night Football.
Thanks for downloading the WFAA Plus app. The main page is a live stream of WFAA programming, and you can find on-demand stories as well. Just click a tab at the top of your screen and scroll down to find WFAA original programming.
WFAA has a legacy of changing the system.
Most recently, we did a story on ankle monitors and how they don't work, and how criminals are committing crimes with ankle monitors. And yeah, there's legislative change coming.
Our 2-year investigation caught the attention of state representatives. Now, it's a crime to cut off ankle monitors.
I want people to see things that we need to hold people accountable for.
Back on Friday Night Football, Clay Marshall, our director. If we could bring up graphic one more time, show folks at home the TAP 6A bracket as it stands going into this regional round, this quarterfinal round. Liberty Christian and Prestonwood, there you see highlighted on your screen. Winner tonight will play the winner of Legacy Christian and St. Thomas in the state semis. Parish Episcopal and Bishop Lynch, the other matchup of teams from TAP's Division I, District 1. There at the top of your screen. Parish the heavy favorites to move on, but Bishop Lynch had a nice season. Perhaps a chance to pull an upset tonight. Prestonwood trying to pull an upset here in Argyle. Up 10 on Liberty Christian late in the second quarter. They need the 28 on the other side of the field, and they will not get it. The handoff here goes nowhere in the hands of Braden Bixler. And it's 4th and a country mile. The punt might not make it to the first down marker.
Well, I'm definitely expecting a pooch kick.
I think they are correct with 4th and 34. I do not think Luke Glass is going for it here. He will quick kick. That's probably what this is, because you're certainly not picking up 4th and 34. And yes, he drops back, but timeout first called by Donnie Yantis.
Yeah, this is probably he saw this. They were definitely coming with a blitz. The Warriors, they were going to try and get to that ball. You may want to get the protection you need in.
The thought crossed my mind that maybe they were going to quick kick it because they were worried about a mishandled punt or a bad punt snap, but Trot O'Neill is their long snapper. He's going to Texas to long snap. This is a team that doesn't really need to be concerned with a bad snap back to the punter. So I don't think that's the reason for this. And now they are going to have their regular punter, Clarkson, come on. Averages 44 yards a punt, Yantis told us earlier this week. So they'll have their traditional operation come out and punt it away to Jax Green, the senior.
We got a punter.
Who will be deep for LCS.
We got a punter punting to a kicker.
Yes, you do.
I like it.
Jax Green is an athlete, man.
Yeah,
through and through.
He's not going to just be a kicker at ACU. You can miss me with that. This kid's going to get on the field.
I would not be surprised.
At receiver.
If nothing else, he's the kind of kicker that you like snap it directly to and, hey, kid, go make a play. Clarkson, wobbly kick that bounces straight sideways out of bounds at the 30. Minute 10 to work with, 1 timeout for Liberty Christian. Big stop to make there, Heckma, because if Prestonwood were able to go score in those final 3 minutes, they really could have taken a stranglehold of this football game. Instead, the Warriors defense comes up with a necessary stop.
Yeah, they do. And now the Lions back on the field, and they have to come up with the stop also. This has been back and forth. This first half has been an hour and a half. And, man, it seems like every play is going out of bounds.
Second quarter's been a little faster than the first. First quarter felt like it took an hour. Second quarter has at least moved with a little more pace. Of course, there's still a minute 10 left in it.
Yes.
As Quinn Murphy and company take over at their own 30. Can they go get points before halftime? Quick throw, evading the tackler is Nixon. Steps out of bounds with a first down. Out at the 41.
Yeah, another quick throw from Quinn Murphy. And let's see what the Warriors are thinking here. Like you said, they have 1 timeout in their back pocket.
Minute and 4 is plenty to work with when you got a quarterback like Murphy that can spin it and put it anywhere on the field. They'll certainly look to work the sidelines, certainly look to take advantage of first downs as the clock will stop as they set the chains and try and save that timeout for when they really need it. Buckhalter on the catch, steps out of bounds. Give him 6 on the play.
Yeah, 2-minute drill. These guys are backed off for the Lions. And they're just going straight empty right now.
Only 4 seconds come off the clock on the play. 60 seconds even to go 53 yards. Murphy again to Buckhalter. This one's incomplete. Hit as the ball arrived. Well defended by Joshua Bengard, 3rd and 4.
Bengard is trying to make up for the personal foul. Good job.
He's played a good football game tonight.
Yes.
I've seen him make a number of big-time blocks.
Oh, yeah.
He'll obviously want that particular moment back because that was, but I mean, to be fair to him, they had several penalties in there that killed that possession, not just his. Murphy hit as he throws over the middle, incomplete. Nixon couldn't catch the ball behind him.
And Luke Lineberger, he has the interception here, but he's going for the hit, and you can see it on his face. He knows that's a missed opportunity.
They're going for it here on 4th and 4.
Yes, they are.
Jason Witten feeling like they need to go get points here before halftime, down 10. They need the 49 in plus territory. Low snap. Murphy able to dig it out. Has a man down the sideline. Knocked away. No flag. No flag.
No flag.
The Liberty Christian sideline cannot believe a flag didn't come out there. Incomplete, intended for Cash McCourt. Watch this one again.
And Bengard, he's sitting there, and he's burnt. He's done. He's done, right? That's a flag.
I'm sorry. That's a flag all day. Yeah, that. Prestonwood got away with one right there. That should have been pass interference and 1st and 10 in plus territory.
Bengard, excuse me for messing up his name, but Bengard, his guy had 2 steps on him.
He never turned and played the ball. It's face guarding, it's contact. That is textbook pass interference. Timeout called by Donnie Yantis. That's his final timeout. Liberty Christian still with the 1. 46 seconds here. An opportunity for Prestonwood once again. Field goal kicker in Clarkson that feels like he's got range to 45, and he kind of amended himself very quickly when he said 45. He said, you know what? A little bit of adrenaline coursing through me, maybe 48.
Right.
So an opportunity before halftime if they can get in his range, or, I mean, shoot, Luke Glass is thinking 7, I'm sure.
I know he is, but you got to be smart here, and you're on the 47-yard line, so just a couple of completions can get you into field goal range. And don't look now, A.J. Moriel's in the game, so you better count for him.
He'll line up on the near side. There you see number 9 on your screen. The starting tight end lining up in his usual spot, but we have seen him take the direct snap and do some serious damage tonight. Handoff to Bixler. No, Glass is going to keep it himself. And he's just run out of bounds. He had nowhere to go. Jet Hare was not fooled by that, and a loss of a couple.
Yeah, anytime they see number 12 come out of that backfield with the ball, they're thinking, thank you. Anybody other than Taylor III or Moriel, I think you feel good about Glass running the ball.
In fact, no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Glass, quick flip. Niffen with a blocker out in front, follows Shaw to the sideline.
Way to get out of bounds if you're Niffen. And saving the timeout. No, they don't have any timeouts.
They do not.
Yeah.
They used their last one right at the head of this possession, which is probably not what Donnie Yantis would have preferred, but they had to get something squared away. 3rd down and 5 now to get into Clarkson's field goal range. If it is indeed 48, that would be the 30-31 yard line. To do that, Glass, quick throw, complete. Shaw.
Oh, they keep it going.
Has the 1st down. They signal the clock was stopped.
Pass complete to number 7.
It stopped at the very least because of the first down as they set the chains.
And
they did mark him out of bounds. They're not starting the clock here, so it'll hold at 30. Glass, pump fake.
Going for it.
Up the sideline, single coverage, threw it out of bounds.
Pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I'm with you. You know what? I think Luke Glass is going for it here, Mike. I think he's trying to get 6, 7.
They were able to take a 17-point lead at halftime. That would put Jason Witten's team in a serious hole. But a field goal would be impactful here as well. 25 seconds to work with. Again, probably need at least the 30, 31-yard line to consider a field goal, and that's the very outskirts of field goal range. Handoff to Bixler. Runs through one tackler. He'll get there to the 30. Again, they do not have a timeout, so that clock is going to burn. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage comes Luke Glass and company. 12, 11, 10 as he takes the snap, and he'll clock it. And it's going to be 4th down and 4, and it looks like perhaps they will let Clarkson come. Well, maybe not. Now here comes Trent Clarkson. And they're going to give him a shot to prove himself right. He told us before the game, 45 to 48 yards. This one's going to be every bit of that, 47 at minimum.
Yes.
Depending on where they put this one down.
Wow.
47 from the left hash. O'Neal the snapper, Glass the holder. Trent Clarkson from the very outskirts of his range.
Money.
Puts it through.
Wow.
Trent Clarkson from 47 to end the first half.
47-yard field goal. What's going on in high school these days, man?
And nobody is happier right now than Trent Clarkson. Man, you want to talk about calling your shot before the game.
He did. What a kick.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that'll get you to the next level. Yeah, that eyebrows will raise right there. And he had what? What do you think he had about another yard on that? Another 2?
Maybe,
yeah.
Maybe. He was correct in his assessment of his own abilities. He told us before the game, 40. I swear it. He said it to me. He's like, 45. And before he could even finish, you know what? A little bit of adrenaline fired up tonight, maybe 48.
Yeah. That's a man that knows his limitations.
That is great stuff from Trent Clarkson, the senior kicker. And that young man, with that kick right there, may find himself with an offer tomorrow morning from somebody, because that is big-time stuff for a high school kicker. There are 4 seconds remaining, so it is not yet halftime. There were 8 seconds left when Luke Glass clocked it. So the ever-dangerous Correll Buckhalter back there to return this. If Clarkson puts it through the end zone for a touchback again, which this one's a squib kick up the middle, tough to field for Buckhalter, but he does. It is 4. Right up the middle. Buckhalter loose. Buckhalter with a blocker. Foot race. Can Clarkson track him down? Oh, Correll Buckhalter nearly hurdled and kept his feet, but down at the 16. And that is...
Now, they absolutely expect to get back in this football game, and it may start right here.
Jax Green on the return this time from his own 5-yard line, coming to the near sideline, following Correll Buckhalter to the 30. And that's where Quinn Murphy and company will get to work.
It's interesting. From the first half to the second, that wind is starting to whip just a little bit more here.
Need to batten down our hatches up here with our charts and everything. Make sure things don't go flying away.
Hey, we've been fighting that battle all through halftime.
So Quinn Murphy and company start at their own 32. Took a little extra time for that play to develop, but he is able to throw it out as that flag came from forever away, and the back judge threw that flag like 30 yards.
I'm looking for the flag.
That thing came down like a UFO.
What is going on out here?
And a hold against Liberty Christian. So not the start that Jason Witten and his team would have wanted. It's 1st and 20. Let us know in the YouTube comments where you're watching from tonight, if you got a favorite player on either one of these two teams. Share this feed around with your friends in the Liberty Christian and Prestonwood communities as Murphy's in trouble. Dances all the way back to his own 2. Oh my goodness, he should have just let that ball drop. Buckhalter caught it, and it's going to be a huge loss. If he had just batted it to the ground incomplete, he was the intended target, wouldn't have been intentional grounding, and now you don't have a problem. Just let that ball drop.
Sometimes you compound the mistakes. We had the holding penalty that backed them up there, and then this is just a complete bust of a play.
Down 13, and they've gone nowhere but backward to start this possession, all the way back to their own 14-yard line. Murphy, nowhere to go. Wanted Jax Green. Flings it downfield, has a man. Oh, he nearly waited for it, but Graham Nixon can't make the catch. Tyler Shaw knocked it away.
Wow, what a play, though, by Quentin Murphy. And this looks like, you see the holding over the, man, that's another call missed because Tyler Shaw, he has to get hands on as that ball is approaching. Another missed call right there by the official who's behind it. Didn't see the hold by Shaw.
3rd and 28. They need the 42-yard line to move the chains. Murphy pressured again, dances away. Had 2 bearing down on him, just has to throw it away. Prestonwood's defense with a fast 3-and-out, aided by the penalties and some of the miscues by Liberty Christian, and they force a quick punt.
And that's all it is. It's been those penalties and miscues, backed them up, and it made it 3rd and forever. All you got to do is back up and play coverage, and they're getting pressure right now with just 3.
It feels like PCA senses blood in the water right now.
And now you're punting into the wind.
The wind that has picked up here to start this second half. It's a good punt, though. That will take a Liberty Christian bounce as well to the 40-yard line. A really nice job by C.J. Gardner to flip field position at least a little bit. But it still will be a good place to start for Prestonwood at their own 40.
As you were talking about, here is a opportunity now for Prestonwood to put this one to bed. I think that right now, Liberty Christian's offense, man, they've had some problems just getting into their sets. The flow of the offense has just been off tonight.
Yeah. Luke Glass gives to Taylor. Made the first man miss and able to fall his way forward for 4. Luke Langford's a good football player. On his way to Army, he's been in the backfield a lot, just couldn't quite hang on to Taylor that time.
Yeah, no one has been able to hang on to him, man. Yeah. That low center of gravity, just when you think you have him down, he's able to stick his hand down in the ground and keep his balance.
Assisted by Capioli,
We've seen Liberty Christian come up with a couple of clutch stops late in that second quarter, keeping themselves in touch. They need one here, though. Motion man is Niffen. Glass for Morial. Tipped and nearly caught by Morial off the tip, but incomplete. Zydell Thornton made a good play on the football, but unfortunately for him, nearly tipped it right to Morial.
Yeah, and I don't think that's the design. You got...
That would have been unbelievable.
That would have been insult to injury if he tips it to Morial. This is a big third down right here. I was anticipating they were going to go with another run. They've had so much success on first down with William Taylor III.
They need the midfield stripe to move the chains. Glass pressured, spins away. Good throw, but knocked away. Darasaw couldn't hang on to it. And Jason Witten's out to the numbers, fired up with his defense, making a big play.
Well, I thought Darasaw may have had an opportunity here. You see him on the out. The good spin move by Luke Glass, keeping his eyes up the field. He just dropped it. Oh, man. He just dropped it.
4th and 7, and it's Liberty Christian's defense that forces a 3 and out. I believe this is the first time we've seen Trent Clarkson punt tonight. Oh, he's going to fake it. He's going to take off to the near sideline, and he's got the first down. Clarkson inside the 40. Oh, Donnie Yantis with the gamble, and this time it pays off.
So much for staying bored, huh? Sometimes a riverboat gambler just turns back into a riverboat gambler. It's like, I am not giving this ball back. I'm giving it back.
Oh my, Trent Clarkson with the 4th and 7 conversion on the fake punt, and PCA keeps the football. 1st and 10 at the 35. Taylor the 3rd with a gash to the 2nd level. Taylor on his feet still to the 22 before he's finally hogtied at the 20.
Have we ever had a kicker make the play of the game? Mark that. He gets my first vote.
That's
right
a good
there.
one.
He gets my first, on the 100th edition.
We did see a 99-yard touchdown pass
I don't know
tonight.
about that. That's gutsy. That's gutsy.
It was gutsy. Bryant Yao in the YouTube comments, a fan of Liberty Christian, just says no after that fake punt popped for PCA. 1st and 10. Glass standing tall in the pocket. End zone shot for Darasaw, who caught it for the touchdown.
That's how you make up for it. If you're Darasaw, and penalty for unsportsmanlike.
The touchdown will stand, but the flag will come in after the touchdown.
Darasaw, come on. He's just saying, come on, don't take the fun out of it, man. You know that's a big gain. And now he's got to get over to the sideline to get a earful. Yeah.
Gio Darasaw with a terrific catch. Went up and mossed him.
Yes,
This is a terrific catch.
That's nothing but stutter go, baby. Feet down and the score. Now you got to get the celebration. Spin it. Walk it out. Come on now.
And he looks at the official like, come on, we got to throw the flag for that.
Well, see, because he remembers the first down, man. He dropped the first down. He made up for it. These are 16-year-olds. It's all good, man.
It's a 19-yard touchdown pass that establishes a 3-score lead for Prestonwood at Warrior Stadium. The extra point is through. 41-21. The penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. Another look at a dime from Luke Glass and a terrific catch.
Yeah, way to step up in the pocket, and he delivered it. And I don't blame you, Gio. You're probably going to have to run for this sometime next week. It was worth it, I hope.
So now, as you see the special teams unit for Liberty Christian drawing something up, because this is going to be a scenario where Prestonwood has to kick off from, I believe it's going to be the 25-yard line when they walk off this penalty. So it's an opportunity for the Warriors to get some good field position here. We have seen how dangerous they have been in the return game. Correll Buckhalter nearly had a kickoff return for a touchdown right before halftime.
So what's the penalty here if you kick it out of bounds?
I believe that the way that it works is it is 30 yards from the kickoff spot.
Yeah, can't do that.
So if you'd normally be kicking off from the 40, 30 yards from the kickoff spot, if you kick it out of bounds, puts the ball at the 30 in Liberty Christian territory. But because they're kicking off from the 25, now you're talking about putting it at the 45. It doesn't help you much.
No, that doesn't jive. So I'm just trying to get them out of this pickle that they're in. I know that Clarkson, he's got a boot. But here's the situation. That celebration may get them some points right here. We see how susceptible they've been on the kickoffs. They got out of some trouble to get out of the first half without giving up additional points.
It's Jax Green and Correll Buckhalter deep to return. They'll kick it to Green on the near sideline, who scoops it up at the 21. Made the first man miss, can't make the second man miss, and it turns out to be about average field position at the 32. Now some pushing and shoving afterward. Little bit of extra there at the very end. I'm surprised Jet Hare didn't get penalized. I'm surprised that Joe Palmer didn't get penalized for PCA either.
Wow.
An assistant coach for Liberty Christian grabbing Jet Hare by the back of his jersey and walking him off the field.
That is, that is get over here right now. But I love the way that ball checked up from Clarkson.
Yeah, he played that one well. First down carry for Buckhalter. Lost his footing and fell forward for a couple.
Uh-oh. A.J. Moriel comes up after the play limping.
He has been terrific tonight.
That is a kid. You cannot lose him.
Can Liberty Christian afford to keep handing it to Buckhalter? They have enough time for that. They're going to fire a deep shot this time, too far for the intended target, Graham Nixon. And it's quickly 3rd down and 8 here for Quinn Murphy and company.
A little bit of panic starting to settle in right here. Instead of going back to the running game and bit by bit in this thing, you got 8:53 in the third quarter. They're trying to hit home runs right away.
Do you feel like they can bit by bit it still?
Well, I just feel like you have a talented quarterback, and if you find yourself in a situation where you can play the clock, got your timeouts, you don't have to get it all at once.
Oh my, through the hands of Luke Langford and incomplete. It should have been a first down.
Ball's incomplete.
Boy.
They're going to go for it on 4th and 8 at their own 34-yard line. Early desperation time for Liberty Christian, down 3 scores. The PCA fans getting fired up on the far sideline. They need the 42.
Got it.
Complete to Buckhalter. Backtracked for a moment. He'll have the first down and then some, though. Lost his footing. Slipped down at the 48, but it's a first down. A clutch pickup for LCS.
Well, a gutsy call early here in the third quarter. You see how badly they need it. Buckhalter slipping. He's trying to cut back.
Kid has got quick feet. Looks like the son of an NFL veteran out there. He'll get the handoff here. Looking for a seam. Held on to barely. He picks up 3.
Well, they've done a good job of corralling this young man, and they've not let him out. He's had some big gashing runs. It just seems like he is just one tackle away from taking one to the house.
$20 minutes left in the football game. A 20-point lead for PCA.
Got him.
Near side for Buckhalter, who's got a lot of running room. Cuts back at the 30, first down for Liberty Christian. And Buckhalter looked like he was a little shaken up. Back to his feet pretty quickly, and it looks like he'll stay in the game.
Well, they set a screen up, and this is set up by Murphy's patience. He's looking up the field, fooling that defense. Yeah, he knew exactly where he was going with that ball.
He looked for a moment like he was in some pain, but popped right back up. Empty set now here for Murphy. Buckhalter at the bottom of the formation, right behind the Prestonwood on your score bug. Murphy going to take off and run for it. The cutback slides down at the 20. They'll mark him at the 21 where the slide began, so he will be short of the line to gain. It's 2nd and 1.
And no A.J. Moriel. He is still out.
Part of a three-headed monster in the middle for them at linebacker. Buckhalter on the reception again. Another first down to the 11-yard line. They have really started to like that little escape hatch on the near sideline.
Well, they recognize that you got a mismatch over there, and I'm with you. When Buckhalter went down before, it looked like he was really hurt. This kid got right back up. I don't know if it was wrist, something going on with his arm.
Yeah, I have seen him kind of like seeming to be shaking off his wrist a couple of times. Over the middle, on the money for the touchdown. Jax Green on the receiving end. Liberty Christian with an important answer.
Gutsy call on the 4th down and 8. You put the ball in Quinn Murphy's hands, and he is dialing it up. Jax Green in the end zone, making it just a 2-score game.
Pretty quick drive, less than 3 minutes off the clock, 2:40 on the nose. The extra point from Jax Green is up and through. Green scoring all 7 points right there. 41-28. Liberty Christian right back in it.
Yeah.
Midway through the 3rd quarter on Friday Night Football.
Thanks for downloading the WFAA Plus app. The main page is a live stream of WFAA programming, and you can find on-demand stories as well. Just click a tab at the top of your screen and scroll down to find WFAA original programming.
WFAA has a legacy of changing the system.
Most recently, we did a story on ankle monitors and how they don't work, and how criminals are committing crimes with ankle monitors. And yeah, there's legislative change coming.
Our 2-year investigation caught the attention of state representatives. Now, it's a crime to cut off ankle monitors.
I want people to see things that we need to hold people accountable for.
Friday Night Football sponsored by Texas Day Brazil. Unleash your inner carnivore. Savor the authentic flavors of southern Brazil with Texas Day Brazil's endless skewers of expertly grilled meats. From succulent filet mignon to flavorful lamb chops, we bring you the finest cuts in an unforgettable churrasco experience. 41-28. Prestonwood with the lead. Just about as pointsy as we could have imagined this game was going to be. I don't know if it'll track down Prestonwood Parish last year in this round, but we're getting into that ballpark. Lineberger brings it out to the 26-yard line, and the Lions offense will get back to work. We have not seen many stops tonight, Heckma Harrison, by this Liberty Christian defense. They've had a couple. They're going to need at least 2 the rest of the way.
Yeah, we haven't, and here's good news for the Lions. A.J. Moriel has made his way back onto the field. They needed him on defense, but they also need him on offense.
Fumble! Loose! Did Glass get back on top of it? Liberty Christian's got a lot of black jerseys around that football. No signal yet from our referee, Curtis Donahoe. Warrior football. On the very first play after the touchdown. And it was just a miscommunication between Glass and Taylor, and they put it on the deck.
Colossal mistake, and I think Glass got up.
It looked like he had gotten back on it, yeah. Wow. And just like that, they get the defensive stop they needed. 1st and 10, Liberty Christian. Suddenly with the momentum. And the football at the 24. Murphy scanning, pressured, flips it far side. I think that was caught. No, they're going to say incomplete. It must have been bobbled at the end. It was by McCamey.
Intended for Lincoln McCamey is incomplete.
Wind is really picking up now.
Yes, it is. Wind's picking up, temperatures dropping.
We really haven't had a single cold night all season here on Friday Night Football, but we're at least working somewhat in that direction now.
Oh, yeah, we're making up for it.
Flags at the snap. Looks like another procedural penalty, this time on Liberty Christian.
Boy, have we not had our share of flags tonight.
Goodness, you are not kidding. What's been weird to me is it has always seemed to be these procedural penalties, not a false start, but just illegal motion, something of that ilk. And neither team seems to have been able to remedy the issue. It should be an easier thing than this to solve. Murphy over the middle, incomplete. Oh my goodness, Jax Green would have scored.
Yeah, he's walking into the end zone. See the replay here. Great ball fake by Quentin Murphy. But boy, he put a lot of mustard on that ball. He fooled the defense.
Instead of a touchdown that would have cut it to a one-score game, it's 3rd and 15. They need to get inside the 15-yard line to move the chains. Murphy, 3-man rush from Prestonwood. Murphy flips it, tripped. They're going to say incidental contact, no flag.
Wow.
Cash McCourt got up looking around for a flag, didn't protest all that hard. I think I think it looked like he hit the ground first, actually.
Yeah, he did.
Before Tyler Shaw did. And it looks like, are they going to try a field goal here? Into the wind?
And Quinn Murphy, he's directing traffic. He's pointing up. No, this is another.
Yeah, they've got Jax Green out there. They've got their swinging gate formation again.
This is into the wind.
Down to 4 on the play clock. They need to hurry. 3, 2, 1. They get the snap off. It's a 46-yarder into the wind. It's not going to get there. The wind knocks it down, and it's no good.
Wow. Wow.
The wind just way too strong to try a field goal from that far away.
And I'm sure Jax Green has a strong leg. But again, as we're pointing out here, for you guys sitting at home, this wind is whipping. And I don't know what went into the decision, but that thing at least needed to be at least, 15, 20 yards closer for that to even have a chance.
Green told me before the game he felt like he had range to 52. So that was certainly inside of that, but that wind was just too much. No chance for that thing to get there. And you could see it get held up in the wind on that replay angle.
Another one. Jeez Louise.
It's making me, it's honestly making me wonder, what is the disconnect between what these offenses are attempting to do and what Curtis Donahoe and his crew are seeing? Because both units keep trying similar things and they keep getting flagged for it. So somewhere there is something that these two offenses think, no, we're doing this the right way, and they keep getting flagged for it. 1st and 15, Taylor right up the middle. Stood up, falls forward. Leg drive from the 5'8" senior.
Yeah, that's just a young man that's in the gym, and you got 1, 2, 3 guys holding him. He's still pushing the power forward.
Comment from Blake Sicking in the YouTube comments just says too many drop passes. Yeah, that's part of the problem for Liberty Christian for sure. That one comes to Darisaw near side, slung backward. They'll give him forward progress to the 38, which will be about a yard shy of the line to gain.
Can I tell you how much I love that from Coach Yannis? Sometimes you see a young man make a mistake like that celebrating. Boy, coaches will give you a hammer and a nail and tell you to go nail yourself to the end of the bench and we never see you again. He says, hey, you made a mistake, get back in here and win us the game.
3rd down and 1. Can Liberty Christian get another defensive stop? Taylor stood up in the backfield and driven back. Will Ellis leading the charge, and it's 4th down.
Well, this time Luke Glass didn't try and pull it at the last minute like he did on that first drive. He elects to give it to his running back, but by that time, boy, this defense got plenty of penetration, and that is a loss of yards for the Lions. I don't think they're going to fake this one.
4th down and 4. Clarkson gets the punt away, barely. Line drive punt. Green's going to let it roll.
A great job by Clarkson because that was a low snap.
Yeah.
He had to get under it. Great job of just getting that one off.
He kicked a line drive that looked like it almost went into the block team anyway. But able to get it away, and it gives them a good roll as well, all the way to the 16-yard line is where they will spot it. So Liberty Christian has gotten now consecutive defensive stops. The fumble by Glass and Taylor that led to the missed field goal from Jax Green, but now a bona fide 3-and-out stop there to get their offense the football back once again. 4:08 3rd quarter. And a chance to cut into this lead a little more. Over the middle, right on target. Breaking a tackle and picking up the 1st down is Cash McCourt.
Yeah, going right back to the quick game. You see it here, Quinn Murphy. And he's getting that ball out of his hands. Right back to the line of scrimmage.
1st and 10 at the 34. Buckhalter Jr. for 3.
Carell Buckhalter on the carry.
The game Michael Hall was at tonight, a regular viewer here on Friday Night Football. He said Prosper gets a 50-24 win over Richardson Berkner. No real surprise there. Prosper, one of the very best teams in the state. We saw them a few weeks ago in a terrific game against Allen.
But they're still upset about that one.
2nd and 7. Murphy slings it over the middle, tipped, and it should have been intercepted. Bixler had a shot at it. Would have been a terrific pick, but watch this one. This is going to come right down the chute at you.
Yeah, throwing it right into traffic. That tip ball, how did he not come up with it? That'll make you sick.
A.J. Morial was sick right there in the middle of the screen. 3rd and 7. The 2-time defending state champion Liberty Christian down 13 on their home field.
Good block on the
over
outside.
the middle. Again, it's McCourt for the 1st down.
Got to give credit to number 77, Jaden Seibert, the left tackle on the outside. He has Cam Pettyjohn rushing right at him. Boy, this has been a battle between those two.
Pettyjohn, a junior superstar, getting looked at by a lot of schools. Nice catch, and it's McCourt again. Cash McCourt, the sophomore, showing out tonight.
You see, this is what they call laying out.
Inside line territory at the 48-yard line. 2nd down.
Second and 4, pressure on Murphy.
Can't get him.
Too fast, flips it out of bounds and saves the play. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Yeah. Do you think he learned his lesson?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, come on, young man. Live to fight another day. Don't lose those yards. But here is a big 3rd down.
Cash McCourt came into the night with 6 receptions all season. I think he's got 6 tonight alone. Big time game from the sophomore receiver.
This is win or go home.
3rd down and 4. Buckhalter on the sweep, coming near side. Tripped up, but he's got the first down.
Tell you what, man, look at this. They are trying to seal that edge, but they can't. This offensive line right now for the Warriors, giving it all that they have. This has been a battle in the trenches between these two squads, man. I can't tell you who's winning it. I want to give the Lions, I guess, give them the credit because they're winning it, but still, this is a Warriors offensive line that's taking it to them right now.
1st and 10 for Murphy. Pressure on him again. Fires it far side in the direction of Buckhalter. No flag for grounding. Eddie Brownstein was bearing down.
Brownstein and Pettyjohn. Again,
you can hear the wind.
Yeah, and throwing right into that wind, too.
That will, of course, flip for the final period. Can Liberty Christian get a score closer between now and then?
Uh-oh. He doesn't realize the ball snapped.
Buckhalter wide open and picks up the first down.
Wow. Graham Nixon doesn't even realize his ball is snapped. And Buckhalter's right behind him, man. They are just riding the hot hand right now with Correll Buckhalter Jr.
1st and 10 at the 25. 100 seconds to play, 3rd quarter. Delayed throw, but it gets to McCamey. McCamey's got the first down and bulls his way to the 10.
And Mike, the momentum has completely swung in this football game. And right now, Quentin Murphy's in his bag on these throws.
Patient there to let the blocks and the play itself develop before he delivered it to McCamey. 1st and goal at the 10. Over the middle, knocked away, good coverage. Flag, oh my. Tobias Jensen, the senior, in coverage. They're gonna say holding. It is gonna be on Jensen, number 15. I'd love to see this one again.
Clay, you got to show that one from a different angle.
Yeah, can we show the top-down angle one more time? Because this looked like...
Yeah, he's trailing. He's got his arm around his waist.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. All right. Half the distance to the goal penalty. 1st and goal at the 5 now. Blake Sicking in the YouTube comments says, this one ain't over yet.
No.
Liberty Christian knocking on the door of a score that could make it a 1-possession game. Murphy pressured, slings it near side, turning to the pylon, stood up. Good tackle by Ridge Casanova to keep Jax Green out of the end zone. It's going to be at the 1.
For the love of not letting him into the end zone, Mr. Casanova says no. No.
2nd and goal at the 1. Siebert looking back for the call. Murphy gonna keep it himself, following Buckhalter, flips it to the end zone, tried to flip it to the back corner to Graham Nixon. That was a dangerous play.
He's right-handed.
Yes, he flipped it lefty. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Tried to go full Romo against the Dolphins back in 2015.
Okay. Okay. Quentin Murphy, I see you.
3rd and goal from the 1. Just give it to Buckhalter? No. Murphy.
Direct
Time
traffic.
runs away, throws it to Green, incomplete.
Wow.
Flag way back in the back corner, late in the down. Is this going to be a free first down? Yes, it is. Defensive holding. Instead of 4th and goal, 1st and goal inside the 1.
What a big penalty.
It's not at the point of attack. I believe it's on 15 again. Tobias Jensen to the very top of your screen.
Right there. That's
holding,
a hold.
Yep, there it is. holding on to Lincoln McCamey. 1st and goal inside the 1 yard line.
Would you please just hand it off?
To Buckhalter. Oh,
well,
they were ready for that. They heard your play call, and they drive them back.
There it is. There it is defensively. Look at the penetration that they get, and this is Pettijohn and Pettijohn.
I think Luke Lineberger thought that was still 4th and goal. He came running off the field like, yeah, we got the stop.
He did.
No, it's 2nd and goal.
They had to turn him around. It's a little embarrassing.
I understand, because obviously the ball didn't really move because of the penalty, as deep as it is. But yes, no, it is 2nd and goal now from about the 2. Murphy
with an opportunity.
End zone, too tall for Graham Nixon.
Yeah, I think that's just a throwaway.
So 3rd and goal.
Something about this goal line defense for the Lions.
Yeah, we've already seen them one time come away with a goal-to-go stop.
That is the weirdest thing about playing defense. The shorter the field, the better the defense gets.
Less ground to cover. Murphy looks back to the sideline. Telling Buckhalter to motion out. Oh. Scanning, fires back corner. What a throw, but he's out of bounds. Oh, no. I don't think that Cash McCourt knew where his feet were. He was in the white paint, not the blue.
What a mistake.
Oh, mercy. Oh. And it was nearly a sensational throw by Quinn Murphy.
He's just trying to track it, not realizing the whole time.
And now it is 4th and goal, yet again. Prestonwood had a 4th and goal stop at the 1 in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, you got to call timeout here.
Jason Witten uses his first timeout of the 2nd half. Woo! To talk this one over a little bit more.
Boy, Cash McCourt, that was supposed to be a touchdown, and he's just not. Trying to walk that chalk back in the end zone, and yeah, he's all on the white.
I get, though, how he could have been deceived because of the blue, then white, then blue of the way that it is striped in the end zone. I can understand how he would have thought he was still in the field of play. There you kind of see it on that shot. The blue end zone, that white is out of bounds, but then the additional blue boundary beyond that may have been what confused him and made him think he was in the field of play. Regardless, it is an incomplete pass. And out of this timeout, it will be 4th and goal from the 3 for the 2-time defending state champions.
It's big.
Murphy rolling right, incomplete. Another goal line stand from PCA.
Mike, this is the kind of stance that galvanizes a team to victory. 2 times PCA has come up huge, and another pass to Cash McCourt and turned away. Braden Bixler says, I will not be victimized on this play. Well, hey, we know what happened the last time this happened.
99-yard touchdown pass the last time they had a goal line stand. This time they're going to hand it off to William Taylor. And Taylor's out the gates. Oh, my. William Taylor almost said, give me one of those 90-plus yard touchdowns.
Hey, I think we just packed all this stuff up and went on back to Dallas. This was
man, alive.
Look at that move, though.
Lucas Bryant, the one who saves the touchdown. Taylor dragging bodies to the 25 and 5 more yards. What is the gut check moment happening right now on Jason Witten's Liberty Christian sideline as the final seconds of the third quarter tick off the clock. 2 golden opportunities off the fumble and then the long drive that ends at the 3. They get points off of neither of those drives and still trail by 2 scores as we head to the 4th on Friday Night Football.
Right now in Terrell and in Dallas, your heat index is 107. Everyone in McKinney is dead. It's hot in McKinney. We'll fix that probably.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delkus.
Hey, I'm Jason. And I'm the other Jason. We're the co-hosts of Yolitics, the unofficial political podcast of Texas. So each week we invite on change makers for cold beer and candid conversations into the issues really affecting Texans. Yeah, and we're bringing in diverse viewpoints so you get to listen and really understand. This is solid information and a deep dive you're not going to get anywhere else. Not to brag, but just to brag a little bit. Okay, a little. We've been trending and making headlines. Plus, we have more than 1 million downloads. And still counting.
Start of the 4th, Prestonwood Christian up 2 scores. Taylor gets the handoff, hog-tied quickly. Still fought through Jet Hare's tackle for a yard or 2.
Does he even know when he's supposed to go down?
Right.
He's just like, he refuses.
But Heckma Harrison, this 2-score lead for Prestonwood. All you have to look at is the 2 goal line stance.
This is
the difference in the football game.
This is unreal. It's unreal. They're going forward on 4th down. They're doing everything offensively, getting to the 1-yard line, and they cannot finish drives.
3rd and 3 pitch to Taylor, and the defense gets there.
Wow. Both
really good pursuit
coming up big right now. And may have lost a yard.
Langford made the tackle and got up a little bit gimpy as well.
It's 4th down, guys.
It is 4th down, and every bit of 3, maybe even 4. They need the 30-yard line for a touchdown. And this is a spot where Donnie Yantis will indeed, it appears, punt the football away. He told us this week there were some spots in that first matchup where he felt like, I should have punted the ball in that spot. And even though they are punting into the wind, I'm inclined to say this is the right call. Up 2 scores, punt the football and play defense.
And a timeout called here. But Mike, I'm gutted right now for Liberty Christian. Their offense is playing their heart out. Quinn Murphy, he has been delivering some strikes. They get down to the 1-yard line and they can't get into the end zone.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going left, they're going right, they're running screens, they're doing everything. And then when they finally give it to Buckhalter, and you think, look, from point-blank range, there's no way they can deny him. The Lions come up big with all kinds of penetration, and they stop them. This is twice.
Yeah. They did not take a timeout. They just took the 5-yard delay game penalty to have a couple extra seconds to talk this over. Certainly a spot where Trot O'Neill needs to have a good snap. They're going to have another delay game. Goodness.
Look at that wind. You see that? You see that wind bring that ball down?
Yeah. And whatever happens on this ensuing punt from Trent Clarkson just got 10 yards shorter because of these 2 penalties. Jax Green walking forward now to the 40-yard line, backing up to the 43, but it is going to be, barring a sensational punt from Trent Clarkson, outstanding field position for Liberty Christian.
Look at
spiraling punt that Green will fair catch at the 47. Credit to Clarkson. He did a nice job to put a good spiral on that and help it cut through the wind a little bit.
The second time around, he saw the way that first one died. That thing had any wobble in it, it was going to just come crashing right back down to the turf.
10 minutes, 6 seconds remain here in the 4th quarter.
So what I was talking about, that bit by bit. And you got plenty of time here. I know you're disappointed in that last drive.
That's the thing, they've had their bits, but they haven't finished their bits.
Now you get an opportunity to complete that.
Can they here as they take over in plus territory at the 47? Murphy pressured again. Able to hit Buckhalter though, and Buckhalter's got a lot of room. Inside the 35, first down, Liberty Christian.
How many times, Mike, have they used this escape hatch on the outside with Buckhalter, and he's just sitting there. He's just waiting. Hey, when you're done dancing around, give me the ball.
When in doubt, Buckhalter. 1st and 10 at the 30. Pressure again on Murphy. Hangs up and throws it over the middle. Oh, mercy, that was tipped by Tyler Shaw.
Big time.
Incomplete.
Big time tip there by Tyler Shaw, because Murphy scrambling, seeing the guy come open at the last minute, and may have had Jax Green.
Yeah. If Shaw doesn't get that, Jax Green's got 1st and 10 inside the 15-yard line. But a terrific athletic play by Shaw. 2nd and 10. End zone shot. Too far for Buckhalter. Liberty Christian sideline, hands on their head, wondering why there wasn't a flag on that play.
Oh, that's just, I mean, look, Tyler Shaw is just stride for stride with him.
They wanted the reach out and grab of the shoulder pads, but it was relatively minor, and the officials felt that it didn't deserve a penalty. Witten calling out the plays behind the placards there at the bottom of your screen. Quinn Murphy barking out signals to the offensive line with 8 on the play clock. 3rd down and 10, incomplete for Buckhalter.
Oh, we're so used to them having success on those plays. Kind of weird to see that ball hit the ground.
You would be kicking with the wind here, but it would be a 47, 48-yarder, and 3 really doesn't help you down 13, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and 10. They need the 20-yard line to move the chains.
Oh, Buckhalter moved.
Make it 4th and 15.
Wow. Oh, my God. These illegal procedure penalties, man, well, Mike, you've been talking about it since the first quarter. It is happening over and over again in this game.
4th and 15. Down 2 scores. Not quite a must, but you can see it from here. Pressure on Murphy. Fires it up the seam. Oh, knocked away, incomplete, no flags. There was contact on Lincoln McCamey. No penalty flag flies. Turnover on downs.
Ball's hanging in the air.
Not a lot of contact, to be fair.
Not a lot. It looked like it. And, I mean, look, maybe they're just not called. Face guarding in the same as it used to be. We've seen a couple of those face guarding penalties not called here. So at least they're keeping it consistent. Defense has to come up big again for Argyle Liberty Christian. But if you're Glass, you feel like, hey, if we could get a score, the way that our defense has been stopping them.
Yeah. Taylor. Just what a leg drive from this kid.
Yeah, never say die attitude from that young man. He is just always dragging guys with him. And I mean, what a big pickup on 1st down.
Doesn't even look like he picked up 8, but he did.
He definitely did.
Prestonwood with no reason to hurry. Down to 15 on the play clock as Luke Glass patiently communicates with the offensive line. They'll snap it with 9. Quick throw, complete. Darisaw with a 1st down. And at this point, every 1st down for Prestonwood is another minute and a half or 2 off the clock.
And this is the point of the game, again, after a big run like that, when that clock's, obviously the clock's going to stop. But on these running plays, when that clock starts back up again, man, you use that game clock to your advantage.
1st and 10 at the 49 in plus territory. A gash here for Taylor. Eventually held on to at the 42, maybe 43-yard line is where they'll spot it.
I think another pickup, of 6?
Yep.
On 1st down.
They, I think, properly did not call the face mask there, as the hand was around the back of the helmet, kind of similar to the one that we saw earlier tonight that was called, that probably shouldn't have been. This one properly a no call.
You don't hike this ball until about 7:50. Right before.
5 on the play clock. They snap it with 3. Taylor again. Falls forward for 2. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Liberty Christian is going to have to stop William Taylor.
Yeah. And they have been trying, Mike. They've been trying to gang tackle this guy, and they can't stop him from falling forward. That is the beauty of having a running back that has that kind of mentality, or just the physical build that he has. It's hard to bring down. Eight seconds.
Down to 4 on the play clock as they're just now getting set.
1.
It's Morial to take the direct snap right as the play clock was about to expire. He pushes his way forward. 1st down and then some for A.J. Morial.
Now you're just looking at a mean game of takeaway right now. We're just keeping this ball away from you. That's how I used to do my little cousins. You're not getting the ball back.
A.J. Morial, just a short yardage bully, picks up the 1st down. And that clock continues to bleed on the 2-time reigning champs. Taylor gets away. Taylor into the 2nd level. William Taylor to the house. Prestonwood Christian putting their foot down on the defending champions.
I've been talking about Buckhalter and his speed and the way that these guys have got to tackle him by committee. They have got to do the same thing with William Taylor III. I apologize, sir. I was not familiar with your game, but I am now. Way to stand on business, William Taylor III.
William Taylor way up over 200 rushing yards now on the day. Timeout called by PCA before the PAT. But William Taylor has just about, Heckma Harrison, put this game away.
And you could just tell they are tired of that defense. They're tired. They have run into this guy over and over and over again. It's taken 2 of them, 3 of them. And then when you decide to you think an arm tackle is going to bring this kid down? Not going to happen. Wow. What a night for both of these running backs.
It was a 34-yard touchdown run for William Taylor, his 2nd of the night. Waiting for the live stats to update. I think he's up over 260 now on the day.
Yikes.
A dominant performance from the senior running back. And it looks like PCA is going to go for 2 here to make it a 21-point lead. That feels like the right play, just to make Liberty Christian score 3 times and kick 3 PATs if you can put this in. Glass flips it backside, and they will convert. He completes it to Morial, and it is 49-28 with 6 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Luke Glass has had himself an evening. Hadn't made many mistakes with the ball in his hands. And that running game has really supported him. His defense, though, I know we're going to talk about this offense and all the things that they've done. But his defense really deserves a game ball. Those stops on the goal line, that's 14 points, Mike.
Yes.
That's a swing in the momentum if they score down here.
Right.
That changes everything. That changes everything. And Look, offense is going to get a whole lot of love. They get the kudos, and we're going to player of the game is going to be offensive player, all of that stuff.
I can tell you right now who the player of the game is going to be.
Okay. But
William Taylor.
PCA.
25 carries.
Yeah.
268 yards and 2 touchdown runs.
He the man. He is the man. But that defense, when he gets on the bus.
Oh, heck yeah. No, defense deserves a ton of love.
When they get on the bus and they get on that North Tollway, he needs to be on the bus with the defense.
Nobody gives defensive players any love.
Why?
Come on.
Why? But that's what I'm here for.
Linebacker, go home.
That's what I'm here for. And that's what I want to do. I'm telling you.
No, buddy, you are absolutely right, because those 2 goal line stands will be the thing that Donnie Yantis and his coaching staff look back on and say, that's where we won the football game right there.
Oh, that's big. That's huge.
Still 6:20 left to work with here, and Liberty Christian does have quick strike capabilities, but they now face a massive hole. Look at the wind. Hold that up in the air. On the run, Jax Green breaks a tackle to the near sideline. Joe Palmer wrestles him down at the 35.
This wind is unreal. Unreal.
It was a placid night when we began.
Yes, it was.
That's gone.
Man, I don't
Anybody
know.
got a paperweight?
Yeah, I'm telling you. I don't know where the DJ is, man, but he deserves a tip. He has been on it. I mean, he's been going between some jams all night tonight. A little Outkast, a little Dr. Dre. I like it.
Can Quinn Murphy pull off a miracle? 1st and 10 at his own 36. He'll just run to the sideline. He did run backward there. That should not be a stoppage of the clock. If you run backward out of bounds, they wind the clock. They didn't hear. The line judge on the far side didn't recognize the slight backward trend of Quinn Murphy's run and stops it at 6:08. But smart to try and get to the sideline and preserve all the clock you can, but you also do need yards. Up the seam, right on the money for Buckhalter, who hangs onto it. Took a hit from Tobias Jensen, and now Jensen is down after the play.
Yeah.
Oh, Tobias Jensen's in a lot of pain.
And for his sake, I just hope that that's a stinger.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And it sounds like it's so very innocent, but let me just tell you, it hurts. It hurts. Your whole arm goes dead. Like, Mike has had a stinger because I see you over here working.
Well, no, the other thought that I'm having right now, and my mind goes to my little brother who did this his junior year. My mind goes to the collarbone as well.
Yeah.
Because of where that contact happened. Now, I don't apologies for even remotely speculating here, but just watching where that contact took place on Carell Buckhalter, who, despite being only 5'9", is a $190. That's a stout 5'9" that Tobias Jensen just ran into.
Yeah.
And just the way that he was immediately in so much pain. But to your point, yes, a stinger is also a not fun experience in any way, shape, or form. Good to see that Jensen's back on his feet and walking off with a bit of assistance, but.
Yeah, and he got up rather quickly, too, so I hope he's okay. That young man's had a good game as well.
Yeah.
His defense has been on fire. He's not going over to the, you see him moving his arm. That's a stinger.
1st and 10 at the 41 off the catch by Buckhalter. Murphy's taken down. Cam Pettijohn gets home for the sack.
Can I tell you this? Pettijohn has been working on getting that sack now for 3 quarters. These two, he and that left tackle, this has been a battle between them. They might catch him with an extra man on the field. They can't get it in time.
They swing it out to the far side for Nixon, who can't get away. Slung down for maybe a yard, and it's going to be 3rd and 14.
Oh, you know who? He saw it too. Quinn Murphy recognizes they're trying to make a substitution, and he's trying to go quick, but he can't get the snap in time.
Colt Hillhouse, big 6'2", 272-pound nose guard, was hoofing it to get to the sideline.
Oh, he tired.
Give him a hustle award for that one.
Look who's back in the game.
Now PCA is going to call timeout here before this 3rd and 14.
Yeah, I want to get Tobias Jensen just ran back onto the field. So
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, very good to see number 15 springing back just that quickly.
You're trying to explain that to all the moms. I was trying to explain to my wife about a stinger, and she's like, well, what is it? What does it feel like? I said, I can't describe it. There's really nothing to describe other than you running into somebody and the whole one side of your body goes numb.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel good. In the moment, you're just like, I can't lift my arm. But then all of a sudden the nerve endings start to come back, and that's what hurts more than anything.
Yes.
Is that the nerves coming back.
All of a sudden it's like your arm's on fire.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where, like, if you get a stinger bad enough, because so much does go numb, it can scare you if it's a real bad
the heck out of you. First of all, the first one you ever have, you're going to be terrified.
Yeah. Fortunately, though, something that actually isn't fundamentally damaging to the body, and you bounce back pretty quickly, and we do see Jensen back out there. 3rd and 14 out of the timeout. Murphy going to try and get away. Flag on the play. It's going to be a hold. They're probably going to decline it because the tackle by Bengard sets up 4th down and 11.
Yeah, they just right now, Cam Pettijohn, he recognizes, look, I don't have any more run responsibilities. I'm not even worried about Buckhalter. I'm coming after you. Got to get Tuna out of the way on the sidelines down there.
Tuna's mixing it up. They are going to accept the penalty? Interesting. They're going to take 3rd and 24 over 4th and 11. Walk it back to the 45-yard line.
Okay. Well, you got 2 safeties high. So here's the deal for the safeties. It's just got to stay deeper than the deepest.
Murphy having a hard time protecting him, even against 3. Complete over the middle. Good fight from Lincoln McCamey.
And then so now they've made, wow. Now this is going to bring up a 4th and manageable instead of a 4th and 11.
4th and 5 from the 36. They need the 31. They also need 3 scores in 4 minutes and 12 seconds, so it may all be academic, but Quinn Murphy's going to try and make something happen here. Up the seam, incomplete for Buckhalter. And that will just about put this one to bed. Prestonwood Christian with another defensive stop. They're going to give up just 7 points in the second half of this football game to a very good Liberty Christian offense. 2 huge goal line stands mixed in. And Prestonwood Christian, Heckma Harrison, they are 4 minutes and 4 seconds away from slaying Goliath and taking down the 2-time reigning champs.
And coming into this game, I can tell you from everyone that I talked to about this, they did not give Prestonwood a chance in this game, especially based off of the way that their first matchup went. And I love the way that Coach Yannis groups came in and played today. His defense, man, they have been lights out. Offensive line, all of these guys, man, opening up holes. You're going to give this game to a few guys, but this was a complete team effort. The way that they did it, special teams, defense, they did in all 3 phases.
Really, really impressive performance from Donnie Yantis' team. They came in confident. They felt like they had something for Liberty Christian tonight. And listen, I can hear the Liberty Christian fans from here saying, well, just imagine if we had Cooper Witten.
Yeah.
I get it. Listen, he's a sensational football player and certainly would have made an impact in this football game. Would he have made up the difference? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe they do score on those goal-to-go scenarios if he's on the football field and they're able to throw it to him on 4th and goal or on 2nd and goal, what have you. So, yeah, certainly could have made a difference in the football game. But the bottom line is Prestonwood came out and did some serious work tonight on the road. And they're going to move on to the state semis.
And I don't blame Liberty Christian for that.
No, of course.
He is phenomenal. And would have had an impact in a game like this. But tonight, it's about what Prestonwood did. They were on fire, and I think it came from the coin toss and taking the ball.
Yeah. Taylor again on the carry here, 3rd down and 6, slung for a loss of a yard. Liberty Christian has 2 timeouts left. They will elect to use one of them here.
That's how you manage it. We've been talking about that 2-minute timeout for Jason Witten knows a thing or two.
Yeah.
Even though it is, it's, this is all cosmetic at this point.
Little extracurriculars there, and Caleb Kozlowski, the senior offensive lineman, came sprinting over to grab a hold of Zach Lippert and say, "Get over here, stop it." That was awesome. That was awesome. We've talked a lot about the running back Taylor tonight, and deservedly so. Kid's pushing 300 rushing yards on the night and a couple of touchdowns. I want to talk a little bit about Luke Glass, senior quarterback, 2nd-year starter. Very likely, because of this result tonight, is going to lead them to the state championship game because, due respect to the southern sector, the northern part of the state in TAPS Division I is far superior. This is a kid that is a coach's quarterback.
Yeah.
His coach said he's already a college quarterback. This is a kid that, as a high school senior, is leading meetings with his wide receivers on Thursdays, talking them through the game plan. True leader of this team. And they're going to be 1 step away from a state championship battle with Parish Episcopal as that line drive punt is downed by A.J. Morial.
Yeah, Glass came out and played big, Mike, in the moments where, you needed him to make a throw. They came out with the quick game right away. Liberty Christian was already backed off, and they respected the speed from those wide receivers on the outside. But he just started picking them apart. Once the running game started supporting, and they had the confidence that every time they turned around and they handed the ball off that it was going to be for a big yardage, man, everything else just kind of opened up. And I just love the way how cool, calm, and collected Glass has been. Both of these quarterbacks, actually. I mean, there's a ton of composure on both sides.
Murphy, incomplete, knocked away. Cam Avery with the pass breakup. I don't know if you caught that as we were waiting for 1st down to happen. Little impromptu dance party from the Pettijohn brothers and really the entire Prestonwood Christian defense. They are feeling it right now. They know they are on the verge of putting this one away and moving on to the state semifinals.
Tell you what, our conversation with Coach Yannis, man, really was a great coach's interview. We talked to a lot of coaches, man, that said a lot of things, man. But you could tell that man, he had his mind set coming into this game that he was going to call this game a certain way.
Yeah.
He wasn't going – however this game went, it wasn't going to be because of a call that he made. He was going to allow his team to come out here and be successful, and that's what they've done.
2:05 on the clock. The completion from Murphy sets up a 1st down at the 49. But they need 2 touchdowns and 2 onside kicks to even have a chance, and Murphy's taken down. It's another sack, this one for Kyler Pettijohn. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute timeout. We'll step aside for a moment. Prestonwood Christian closing in on a trip to the state semis.
Thanks for downloading the WFAA Plus app. The main page is a live stream of WFAA programming, and you can find on-demand stories as well. Just click a tab at the top of your screen and scroll down to find WFAA original programming.
WFAA has a legacy of changing the system.
Most recently, we did a story on ankle monitors and how they don't work and how criminals are committing crimes with ankle monitors. And there's legislative change coming.
Our 2-year investigation caught the attention of state representatives. Now, it's a crime to cut off ankle monitors.
I want people to see things that we need to hold people accountable for.
Two minutes to go here in Argyle. The Prestonwood sideline. bouncing on the far side, ready to fully party. Buckhalter on 2nd down and 17, has some space. Buckhalter has the first down, spins his way to the 31. That young man is going to have a fun senior year next fall.
That's phenomenal. Phenomenal player. And, man, this is just a young man that has all the goods.
5 wides here for Murphy. Stepping forward, complete, nice catch over the middle by Cash McCourt. Speaking of somebody that'll be a weapon a year from now for Liberty Christian. 1st and 10 at the 15. 1:39, the clock will stop for a moment as they set the chains, and now it will wind. Liberty Christian needs an absolute miracle and probably have to score on this play to have anything resembling a chance. Over the middle, McCourt again. 1st down inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, clock will stop again at 1:20.
Near the 3-yard line, 1st and goal for the Warriors.
9, 10, 11 seconds coming off between plays as Murphy throws again to McCourt, makes a man miss, and scores with 1:05 to play. Cash McCourt deserved another touchdown with the way he's played tonight, his 2nd of the game.
Yeah, Cash, all heart, man. What do you say? Came into this game with only 6 receptions.
All season, yeah.
All season. Made up for lost time.
3-yard touchdown reception gives him 2 on the day, and there's 1:05 on the clock. And we will almost assuredly see an onside kick attempt here from Jax Green and the Liberty Christian special teams. I don't know that there's any point in going for 2 here. Other than that, you're thinking you could potentially steal a win, go for 2 a couple of times. If you score a couple of times here, and if you pop one, you put yourself in a position where if you score twice, incomplete. I think the logic there is, hey, let's go for 2 a couple times if we are fortunate enough to score a couple of times. And about a 50-50 shot of converting on a 2-point conversion anyway. If you happen to convert the first one, now 2 touchdowns and 2-point conversions wins you the football game rather than merely bringing you into a tie. So there is some analytical logic to that one. 49-34. Let's go ahead and show you graphic 1, Clay Marshall, our director, and give you the bracket one more time here in TAP 6A. Updating this, Parish Episcopal 52-7 winners tonight over Bishop Lynch, so they advance. Obviously, Prestonwood nearing in on advancing themselves. Legacy Christian, the 5 seed out of TAP 6A District 1, knocking off the 1 seed from the southern sector, just to give you an idea of how much better the northern sector is than the southern sector in TAPS Division 1. Legacy Christian, a 24-21 win tonight over St. Thomas, so they are the ones who await likely Prestonwood in the state semifinals. Those 2 teams, when they played a few weeks back, a 51-25 Prestonwood Christian win on October 17th. The onside kick will come from Jax Green to the near side. It's out of bounds, and the football game is over.
What a game this has been. What a game this has been. And Mike, we get to finish the 100th edition, and you even get an onside kick to go with it. Gift.
The only thing that would have made that better, Heckman Harrison, is if it were a successful onside kick.
I understand. But just the premise, it's just the fact that they did it. You don't understand. If you were ever a coach, you better believe that hands team was going to be ready. Mike is a firm believer in the onside kick. I
love me a good onside, a well-executed onside kick, man. There's something fun to that.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
1:05 to play. Liberty Christian with only 1 timeout. If Jason Witten wants to call it, he can, but there's no point. It would just elongate the game by 1 play. Luke Glass will come out and take a knee. Whoa. Liberty Christian trying to create some chaos there. They'll have to snap it 1 more time. Witten is going to call that final timeout, so Prestonwood will have to kneel it twice more. But the Lions, barring an absolute calamity, are going to come on the road and knock off Jason Witten's team, the Liberty Christian Warriors. Cooper Witten, his son, not playing tonight. We saw him earlier tonight on the scooter, injured earlier this season, trying to play against Parish Episcopal on the 17th of October, but just couldn't really do much of anything. Had an injury that required surgery, and that ended his junior season. And it leaves the future a little bit unknown for Liberty Christian moving forward relative to his future. As talented as he is, we've seen guys reclassify before. We've seen that with Boobie Feaster at DeSoto, reclassifying to the senior class this year. There's conjecture in that regard that perhaps, because Cooper Witten's absolutely good enough if he wanted to do that, and going to a school like Liberty Christian, obviously an educated enough young man that he's got the credits necessary, I imagine, to skip that senior year and move on to the collegiate level.
I mean, he's a dog, and a guy that, man, doesn't matter, both sides of the ball, he gets it done. Another snap here.
This is all it will require. Prestonwood, one final kneel down. And Donnie Yantis' Prestonwood Christian Lions flag on the play is a little more extracurriculars afterward. Looks like Jet Hare got tangled up. Was it Morial or was it, I'm not sure if it was Morial or Eli Moore. One of the two of them got tangled up. Prestonwood Christian pointing to the scoreboard as the clock is held right now at 15 seconds. And Curtis Donahoe and company will have to sort this out.
Yeah, they're going to call it.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 7, that's Jet Hare. 10-second runoff, and well, what they should do is a 15-second runoff. The clock's going to run. This thing's over. No need for any further snaps of the football. There were a couple of chippy moments through the night, but that was as chippy as we saw. But it is a victory for Prestonwood Christian. On to the state semifinals they go to face Legacy Christian, a team they beat 51-25 in district play in the middle of October. Parish Episcopal on the other side of the bracket.
Once again, thank you for attending tonight's game.
I don't have the other score. We'll see if we can get that, the fourth and final score from TAP 6A, maybe during the coming commercial break. But Hagma Harrison, that was an impressive performance from Donnie Yantis' team, and they move on to the state semis.
Yeah, great game. I think they came in, they were prepared, they executed, and you remember in our call when I talked to Coach Yannis and I said, you wake up Saturday morning, you open the paper, and you pull off a victory, it's going to be because of what? And it's going to be, he said, playing our brand of football and being disciplined. And I think that's exactly what they did here today. They were disciplined. They played Lions football. Their defense, when they needed to come up big, they absolutely came up huge. And they took down one of the biggest TAPS teams in the state.
You think this win means a little bit?
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, I think it does.
Donnie Yantis is in the middle of that. They're lifting him off the ground.
Yeah, what a win.
They're going to carry Donnie Yantis off the field here at Warrior Stadium. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. What a moment for the Prestonwood Christian Lions. 49-34 the final. They knock off the two-time reigning champs in the TAPS ranks and move on to the state semifinals. We'll be back after this to wrap up a terrific win for PCA.
Thanks, Delkus.
Thanks, Delkus.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delkus.
WFAA has a legacy of changing the system.
Most recently, we did a story on ankle monitors and how they don't work, and how criminals are committing crimes with ankle monitors. And yeah, there's legislative change coming.
Our 2-year investigation caught the attention of state representatives. Now, it's a crime to cut off ankle monitors.
I want people to see things that we need to hold people accountable for.
North Texas, it's a hot one today. If you're planning on taking the pups out, make sure to protect their paws. That asphalt is going to be hot.
Thanks, Delkus.
Thanks, Delkus.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delkus.
Discover WFAA Plus, a live 24-hour stream of WFAA news and exclusive digital content, all completely free. Now available on Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV. Download WFAA Plus today.
Right now in Terrell and in Dallas, your heat index is 107. Everyone in McKinney is dead. It's hot in McKinney. We'll fix that probably.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delkus.
Hey, I'm Jason. And I'm the other Jason. We're the co-hosts of Y'all-itics, the unofficial political podcast of Texas. So each week we invite on change makers for cold beer and candid conversations into the issues really affecting Texans. Yeah, and we're bringing in diverse viewpoints so you get to listen and really understand. This is solid information and a deep dive you're not going to get anywhere else. Not to brag, but just to brag a little bit. Okay, a little. We've been trending and making headlines. Plus, we have more than 1 million downloads. And still counting.
In a world filled with motion, we are the constant. Filled with storms, we are the calm. Filled with uncertainty, we are reassurance. We bring the truth. We bring hope, conviction, a legacy of grit, determination, honesty, and relevant reporting that doesn't just inform, but inspires. We are WFAA.
And now, the Texas Day Brazil on fire player of the game.
William Taylor, 28 for 243 and a pair of touchdowns. This one late, put the game away from 34 yards out to lead Prestonwood Christian Heckma to the state semis.
Yeah, he had one of those kind of performances, man, that legends are made. And he came into this one knowing that there was a running back on the other side that everybody was celebrating. And he raised his hand and said, guys, don't forget about me. And, I mean, this is the way you put yourself on the map. You know, his coach, Coach Gannis, talked about his wrestling background.
Yeah.
And you could just tell, man, he was one of those guys as a runner. He just refused to go down. Arm tackles didn't do it. And it just, as the game went on, it just looked as though he just got stronger. And that last run, that last run you just saw right there on the score, they didn't have anything left for him, man. That kid had one heck of a night.
And honestly, his rushing totals are lesser than they were earlier. A couple of late carries as they were salting the game away, took a couple of yards off. He was up over 260 at one point. Just a terrific performance from the senior running back, who is now well up over 1,400 yards and 10 rushing touchdowns on the year. And he leads his team into the state semifinals with a 49-34 win.
Here's tonight's Friday Night Football Play of the Game, sponsored by the Children's Health Andrews Institute.
On the 100th broadcast of high school football on WFAA, as close as you can get to a 100-yard play. Luke Glass up top, a terrific ball to Tyler Shaw for 99 and a touchdown.
Drop that thing in a bucket and Shaw did the rest of the work. I tell you, man, I am so impressed with Luke Glass, his arm, his composure, just a guy that his coach just ran it and raved about the kind of leader that he is. And man, you saw it here tonight so many times when his back was against the wall, like you see right there, standing in his own end zone. That's what they call delivering the mail right there, man.
99. They'll be talking about that the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
I scored a 99-yard touchdown.
Yeah, that was beautiful. And that
Tony Dorsett ain't got nothing on me.
Well, he kind of does. but I tell you what, Luke Glass, man, just showed an unbreakable spirit, man. And I love the way that this kid came out and performed in this game. And look, that kind of momentum is going to carry them into, the state semis. But looks like we have another destiny with Parish Episcopal.
Yes. It is the highly likely outcome now, again, with all due respect to the other teams around the state. But everybody knew coming into the playoffs there were 3 teams that had a real chance to win a state championship. 2 of them played on this field tonight and played a terrific football game, and Prestonwood Christian comes away with the win. The other was Parish Episcopal. Parish Episcopal, big winners tonight, 52-7 over Bishop Lynch. They will play the winner of Antonian and Concordia Lutheran, which is still going right now. It's a 35-all game late in that one down south. Now, again, both of them from Division II, unlikely to challenge the superpower in TAPS, Parish Episcopal. 5 straight state championships before last year when Liberty Christian ended their run. Daniel Novikov has a monster at Parish Episcopal. And again, due respect to Antonian Prep and Concordia Lutheran, whoever wins that game likely to be on the wrong end of a lopsided score next week in the state semifinals. And the other semi, Prestonwood, who wins tonight, will face Legacy Christian, who they beat in lopsided fashion back in October, 51-25. A little closer, you know, and Legacy Christian, it's worth noting, Legacy Christian played Liberty Christian to a 4-point game 2 weeks ago. Okay. So Legacy Christian has shown that they've got a little something. They lost that game, but they played them to a 31-27 game. So that's a game that's at least worth keeping an eye on. Right. But there is, of course, the actual data of Prestonwood beat them by 26 a month and 2 days ago. Yeah. A month and 4 days ago, I beg your pardon. So, yes, the likelihood is we see Prestonwood and Parish Episcopal play once again, this time for a state championship. When they played on October the 23rd, a game that was moved because of the weather, 38-35, Parish got the win in come-from-behind fashion and kicking a game-winning field goal at the gun.
Boy, that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one, man. I can't wait. Can't wait to see the outcome. But here's the thing in Texas, when you get to November, right before Thanksgiving, you know, you hear teams talk about this during training camp and during the spring. You want to be playing around this time. This is when the elite teams get an opportunity to show what they have. You've gotten through district play, but it's gold ball season for everyone. And look, there are a lot of guys right now whose football careers are over. High school football careers are over, and they're ending 1-point game, overtimes, whatever it is. But, man, you're getting an opportunity to play some big-time football right now in the state of Texas. And, man, relish every opportunity that you get.
Because of the result tonight, Prestonwood Christian will be able to say, we got to go practice on Thanksgiving.
That's right.
It's kind of a bummer for mom and grandma and everybody, but, that's what you want. Hey. You want, and honestly, like, it's a bummer for the whole family that you got to get your day interrupted, and they schedule it early. They figure out a way to make it work, and you can still go, celebrate Thanksgiving with your family. But that's the goal, man. Hey, and now Donnie Yantis and his team get to say that.
Hey, man, that makes the dressing taste that much better.
Exactly right. Exactly right. You can have an extra helping because, hey, man, I already worked this off this morning.
Yeah, man, it makes that dressing taste that much better.
Awesome stuff from Donnie Yantis' team tonight. A 49-34 win over Liberty Christian, and they knock off the defending state champs in TAP 6A, Liberty Christian. One more time, just a note, 100 Thank you guys. We thanked everybody that was on the staff earlier tonight. A thank you to you guys, the viewers. So many of you are loyal every week viewers that we see in the YouTube comments all the time. Thank you guys for being here, because if y'all weren't here, we wouldn't have any reason to be here. Our bosses wouldn't let us continue to be here because, hey, everybody's got to still, there's a goal at the end of all of this. We got to make money doing these kinds of things. And because of y'all, we're able to. Thank you guys for making Texas high school football what it is and allowing us to do what we do. One final time, 49-34, the final score. Prestonwood Christian with the win. Friday Night Football, 5th quarter, coming up in about 5 minutes. Make sure you check out highlights from all around the area as Luke Glass and Tyler Shaw take you 99 yards to the finish. Clay Marshall, our director. Cody Pryor and Pat Leal, our photographers. Ben Sawyers and Paul Wedding back in house. Jay Wallace, our digital coordinator as well. Andrew Seeley, our producer. Heckma Harrison alongside. Graham Rayner having surgery for kidney stones today. Hope you're feeling better, my man. I'm Mike Leslie. Thanks so much for watching Friday Night Football. Prestonwood Christian on to the state semifinals.